So, last we left off, you had entered into a daring competition against another team. We're going 2 sessions back now. You had tricked them in various ways and jumped off a cliff. You found yourselves in an abandoned mining settlement. You saw horrific scenes of murder, disfigurement, caused by an at the time unknown creature. After searching around, you discovered that there was a manticore stalking the town. You got a note from Alvander Viltrema, basically saying, "Kill this bitch, give me its head."
There's some like the paperwork from last session I found.
Yeah, you found loads of notes detailing how it went down and giving you clues about what went down there and how the sort of systematic failure of the government of the city basically just left them to die. You, through some really meticulous planning, blew up a church and caused a lot of damage to the beast. I calculated, by the way, 45 hit points of damage, so you had another 2 or 3 rounds worth of combat to kill it.
But that was from the church?
From the church. 45 hit points of damage done, so that equates to about 2 or 3 rounds of combat. So you did good.
If we landed our stuff, we would have died.
Yeah, if none of you had the frightened condition, you probably would have been fine, but you kept having to roll with disadvantage. You killed it, you took off its head, and that's... Oh, you went on a little side adventure and found a cave. You explored...
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to where we were.
Have you got the head in your bag of holding?
We couldn't fit it.
Oh, can we?
Yeah, it's wrapped up in a cloth and basically being carried around.
Dragon.
So...
But you can't put
Yarrick-
the urn in the bag of holding?
You can put the urn in the bag of holding, but not the head of the
Oh, the head of the thing.
creature because it's too big. So Yarrick explored this path, crossed the bridge, and found a cave that he didn't enter into. The other path remains unexplored, and you are still faced with the issue of how do we get back to town. When you saw the cave, you did notice that the rock feature of it went up and up and up and looked to connect to the city above. That's the only thing that you remember from last session. So as we begin...
I explained this, I think, didn't I?
You explained it to everyone, yeah. So as we begin, you've just finished cutting off the head of the beast and wrapping it up.
With the bone.
And before anything gets to happen, Crystal Tongue, the dust in the air stops moving. Your friends that were currently talking are just mid-conversation.
Oh.
And in front of you, in a tuft of flame, an imp appears and says, "Come with me," grabs your hand and just drags you into the fire, and all of a sudden you're in an office, paperwork everywhere, piles and piles and piles of paper, and there's a devil sitting at a desk and goes, "Well, it seems you're proving yourself quite well. You've gained the attention of Moloch, the Archduke of Lies, and Gristletongue. He'd like to offer you a contract."
To be honest, I don't know why he said it would be alright because I've been terrible at this most of it.
If you would read the terms,
You tricked an old lady.
detailed therein above,
It's nice paper.
only Hell's finest. Your powers of spreading dissolution and lies
Oh.
are in very alignment with Moloch's.
This is
beliefs.
less involved than like
Howdy.
the Apple's terms of service.
That's what I've been getting lately.
But the signature
I'll
of this,
sign it.
the signature of this contract allows the widening and broadening of your powers to suit and serve Hell. Do it in Braille. And he sort of nudges the imp, and he actually reaches into a bag and pulls out a Braille version, and then a version in 8 different languages. And then he also puts a severed head on the ground and goes, "And an audiobook for you."
Nice.
I would have thought that it would be magical enough that if you just touched it, the contract language goes into his brain.
No, because they have a way of doing things in Hell.
They
They
like-
like
Oh,
structure
yeah,
and
bureaucratic.
order. We love bureaucracy. Loopholes
Kind of
and
reminds me
laws.
a little bit of Hell in Preacher, as well as something else that I can't think of.
So,
Real
Gristletongue, do you sign the contract?
Real help.
I signed it as well as I could.
Ah, yes. And then with that,
Covered the entire contract.
It's down the side.
he puts the contract down and he sort of grabs it and almost like pulls a version of the contract off of itself and stamps it and goes, "That's for our records," and then gives you back your own copy. And then suddenly you're back. You're suddenly back. Time's moving again. Everything's going on as normal. and yeah, you are.
Grundle.
You are granted
Grundle
from
at that
Moloch the expansion of your powers.
Hooray!
You are a Hell Speaker.
Do I write that as a...
That's your subclass.
Oh yeah, it's on there already.
I do have another question.
Okay.
Because I have proficiency with pretty much every set of artisan tools via all sorts of different ones, we just decided to have proficiency with all of them, didn't we?
Let me get back to you on that.
Because it's just easier than scrambling through, like, which one...
Let me-
maybe if I'm short on one, it's one.
Let me get back to you on that one. I need to look at the list. Okay, so with that interlude aside,
Nice.
what do?
So we just
I'm just
short
eating
rested,
sometimes
didn't we?
I'm
breakfast.
just standing there with like steam coming off.
Like,
So yeah, we've just come out, like we've just been chilling out, short rest, was it?
Mhm.
Catching our breath. Would any of us noticed anything different in our
Rabbit
group
man,
setting?
can you explain again that thing you saw down the path?
you notice like nothing to you happened, but all of a sudden he smells a bit of sulphur.
Huh. Just a little sting on the nose.
Remind us of Rotorua. It's another niche reference for you lot.
Speak!
So at the time I went to New Zealand.
Where I went,
Yes.
I walked down a path. There was a bridge that broke, and then there was a cave and a path leading out that looked like it could be a way back. But there was a cave.
There could be a way back to the town.
Yes.
Did you say something about there was a big ball thing?
Yes, I think the cave led up towards it.
Yeah, it was like the outside of the cave was attached to the rock above.
So there is a way to go, but it requires a path through a dark cave. Can anyone see in the dark?
I don't have dark vision.
No,
Could we use your
literally
rope
none
of
you have
climbing
visions.
to go
Fucking
upwards?
Hilarious. We covered
Oh.
this. You'd have to use the length of the rope 86 times.
Shit.
We did the math.
How long would that take?
We've got to drag this head
A lot of
somewhere.
time.
Do we go and look for the cave?
I can make it
Oh,
so that if we fall,
Do we have any torches?
Hang on.
we don't take any damage.
Any way of making light?
I can't get us up
Someone
there.
found a light crystal last session.
Oh.
Oh, I can cast light as well. I think
Yeah,
it's-
and you can cast light. Yeah.
Or I can imbue light on.
where I can
basically get a
ship to come pick us up.
What?
Shit. Fucking
No,
order Uber.
that's only if you're import.
I was gonna say that's
Space Uber.
that seems a bit powerful.
Crashes on top of the church.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there's going to be any ports around here.
So you've explored this path. This one remains unexplored.
I made a meme a while back.
Should we go look down the unexplored path?
I would be happy
Someone
to.
help me carry this head.
I would just finish this breakfast
Oh,
that Jacob made.
Oh, I'm not that kind.
So you
Does anyone have that ability to make objects lighter as ever?
That's not quite how Featherfall works.
So you bang up the head, and once a sort of bit of rope is wrapped around it, it's relatively easy to sort of hoist over your shoulder and carry
Okay.
by yourself. You begin going down the other path, and it heads downwards. There's the sort of jagged rocks jutting out all along this path. It leads downwards and round, and at the end of it you find a wooden boat dock, and moored, what looks like it should have been moored up is now on its side, tipped over like a dinghy-sized boat, the sort of ones that they have on ships. It has all the stuff attached to it that looks like it should be able to fly. These are called grifters. They're like rowing boats, but they fly,
But they
right?
go through space.
It looks like it's in a bit of a state of disrepair, but
I can use my mage hand to help relieve 10 pounds of the weight.
so the whole time you're walking along, your sort of mage hand is just sort of cupping the chin of the head.
Yeah.
I've just remembered with that skill
Just
that I can like
lift a little
summon
bit.
space Uber. I think it's literally like it comes and picks us up, but then we can't direct where it goes. It will just take us somewhere.
I think that's also only if you're in port.
Yeah.
But 10 pounds is what, like
This wouldn't
400
count as a
kilos?
very small port. One boat tied to a stick.
But yeah, there is a overturned boat, large enough for all of you. It just looks like it needs a bit of work.
Anyone good at fixing
Cowman.
things up? Cowman.
I mean, if you want me to fix it, probably best not to call me Cowman.
Rabbit man, cow man.
And Garen.
Darren Dong.
If anything, it's Bullman.
We don't know what manticore venom
That's
can be used
bull
for,
man.
do we?
You don't know what it does yet. No?
Bullman.
Well, I have nothing useful.
Oh, nothing
Um,
that can help fix this
Can
thing.
thieves'
By the
tools
way,
help?
I can cast.
I can lock-
Steal
I
the
can
boat.
use my magical tinkering to put shed light on something.
I have
So in a
vehicles,
5
ships
foot
proficiency.
radius.
So that's with piloting.
So essentially, we have a weak flashlight.
Throw a torch at it.
So the plan is to take this boat and just go up.
Well, no one of you has to hold
Well,
it,
we've
and
got
I
to
have
fix
to
it.
keep having a go at you
Looks like it's a bit
for not
broken.
holding it right.
Is it
Reminds me of my child.
like is the gravity and stuff in a way that like if we could get it to work, we would just like row up back to the
Maybe.
city?
And straight intelligence check for me.
Why
Oh
don't
no,
we try?
not Garen.
Why don't we try turning the boat over?
Intelligence.
Could you do that, Tom?
Is it a D20?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a dinghy
plus
though,
your
isn't
mod. Or minus your modifier in your case.
Could I try turning that over?
0.
0.
You forget what a boat is.
You can have a go. You can have a go.
Actually,
we already took our long rest, didn't we?
Garen's pretty.
You had a long rest, yeah, just like literally
Oh.
minutes ago. Yeah.
I
As Jack the Lion Man, could you flip the
use.
dinghy?
I could give it a go at flipping the dinghy.
Does
yeah.
sleight of hand help at all with fixing things?
Wait, what
If
the
you can
fuck? I've
describe
got
a way
16 strength.
That sleight of hand does something to repair it.
I might
no.
give it.
Yeah.
I might
We
give
know
it
what
a
needs
strength.
repairing. What problems-
Not yet. You have no idea what needs repairing it. You've not even looked at it.
Can I roll perception on that?
Oh,
But it will be an
investigation.
investigation to check whether it's something
Right, well, I'll roll
wants
investigation.
repairing.
Flipping the boat,
Cantrips and level
There'll
one
be a
spells
strength check.
confused.
So D20
Plus your
more,
strength. Yeah.
I rolled 10 on investigation.
Okay.
3.
Three.
I cast spare the
So
die.
so you go to flip the boat, and both your arms just pop out the sockets. like in the cartoons, like,
Yeah.
and your arms are still holding onto
holding
them.
it.
And so then you sort of
Right, I'm gonna fucking give it a go then. Just watching that happen. Mind out the way, bird boy. Oh no! 1.
one.
For the
Your arms pop up as well.
So yeah, you try and both like tip over this boat.
Defeat the
And-
dinghy.
Can we give it a go together and roll again?
Yeah, roll again, and like you get a splinter in your paw, and you're like, oh!
This is when we both roll crit 20s and flip the boat into space.
It blows up.
9.
9 and 8. So between you, it takes about 10 minutes. You
flip one
succeed, but it takes a little bit longer than you hope. Like after 10 minutes, you flip the boat over, so now it's standing on its bow. Is it called bow? The line of the ship. Yeah, standing on its
The
no,
right
bow
way.
is the back. It's the right way up now. Me trying to use nautical terms when don't know nautical terms.
When we forget.
Obviously, the bottom of it sits like this, so it's sort of off to one side where you lean it to sit.
But we can look at it now.
You can now look at it. So now make your investigation check again
And
for
the
me.
6'9" Minotaur is stood to the side going, I guess you
six.
don't need my help.
On a 6, you have a look around.
I was about to, but...
Tom, thank you. On a 6, you have a look around the boat for a little bit, and the only thing you can see is that there's like a hole in the bottom. but you don't really work out what's stopping it from being a floating ship.
Well, that's the start. There's a hole at the bottom.
If it's floating, if we try to flip it, we could have accidentally just go spinning like that.
For flavour, I guess, my Battle Fist has the thrown property,
Yeah.
but obviously it's my horns. So are we going to be acting essentially like they've got minor little jet powered, like magical little jets?
They go, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I was planning.
Drag a
Just
pole
for
and poke.
how I was thinking of solving the problem that just got solved. I was thinking maybe I could have used them to help me with my strength modifier, like lift it up a little bit. Because they hit for 1d10 plus my intelligence.
They break a hole through the boat.
So, but like if I used like push it slowly against it.
Well, we've successfully turned over the boat.
Would there being a hole in the boat actually really affect anything? Because obviously it's
You
in
don't
space.
you don't know. You don't know how these boats work.
I think like because obviously water.
Like,
getting-
in fact, you've had time on boats. Your memory's a bit fuzzy right now.
Yes, boats. I remember.
Do me a favour and make
Do me a favour.
make an investigation check. Which is intelligence.
14.
Hang on.
14. So on a 14, it comes back to you a little bit. You're having a memory come back of your time on a big ship. And your big ship had a few of these smaller boats attached to
If
it.
only I could remember the name of this.
And the Bloody Betty, it's longboats or grifters as everyone calls them. The big ships work by someone sitting on a throne. It's called a spell jamming helm, and they channel their magic through it to steer the ship. The little boats work in a similar way. Someone has to sit in steering position, and they have to channel magic to get it to work. And on the back of the ship, there's supposed to be a seat that lets you channel magic through it. There's not one there. So at the moment, this is just inanimate wood.
It's missing a seat.
Right, so where exactly are we again?
We're down the other path.
Do you have a map for this, Tom?
Like, is there any? Can we see anything else around us where I could search for perception?
I haven't got a map for this bit because it's all in here.
Yeah.
Can
So
I?
are we basically just like a short way off to the left?
Yeah,
and
like,
it's
it
just
sort of like winds down like that.
and just goes to this boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a perception check if you're going to have a look around.
Right.
What did you want to do?
I was going to say let's
20.
look for a chair.
Pardon?
20, not natural, but
20. You search around for a fairly long time. Actually fairly long, about 10 minutes. Around the area. You check in some barrels off to the side. There's mouldy fish like bones in one of them.
Bagsy.
There's one barrel that's just full of salt.
I could do a Ruffy thing, but not a Tyler thing right now.
And off to the side
Ruffy, if he had these
there
powers.
is
Gold.
stuffed into one of the barrels
That's a million ago.
in the sort of this position is a
And
skeleton.
him.
And it's
He didn't disappear, he just.
Barrel.
we don't have the power to actually disappear. We just have to hide. And the body's holding
Chair.
they're holding the chair like this. No, he's holding a sort of cloth, and you pull out the cloth, and you see it's. In fact, make a Arcana check for me, please.
oh crikey, what do I need for that?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
2.
2.
It's holding now.
You're holding some really fancy cloth with some weird markings on it.
Well, I'll be able to sell these. Put that into my bag.
Weird cloth with fancy markings.
Oh shit! I need a new language.
So you were looking for a chair, not anything else?
Why? What have you found?
No, I was just wondering.
People don't talk like that unless they've found something.
I have.
Make for me. I'm guessing you're rolling to see if you saw this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, make a perception check.
I feel like my intelligence is high enough to see he's.
You can make an insight
I'm skilled
check.
at deception.
You make an insight check. You make a perception check, and you make a deception check.
Perception is what?
Is-
Sorry.
wait.
That is wisdom.
Oh no, you're on for a winner here.
That's
Roll
6.
6.
I feel like in this case, I should, if
You believe him, man. He didn't find nothing. He's just asking a question.
I rolled 11, so
11 on your deception.
yeah, not.
So, Mr. Tyler,
the thing is, I feel like it should be an intelligence insight check
it's not.
because
Insight is like wisdom is like reading people. Intelligence is like knowing stuff.
I'm seeing through how
Do you know,
what he
like,
said, how he in the context.
Tom,
via intelligence.
Not everything can be an intelligence roll for you. I'm sorry.
Maybe similar.
It's a 15 plus
What do you mean?
2 plus 2,
Because,
so
like,
19.
This guy's hiding
that
something.
orange one isn't on here.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
No. Tom, do you know?
What?
So like for the languages for this game, because obviously if I put in 5e languages, it just comes up with like the basic one.
It's like when your dog's holding something in its mouth.
I
and
wouldn't
it's
know
like,
if it-
what have you got? And it's
It's
like,
like a different list I'm looking for.
come on, get out.
These are all the languages that we're going to be using.
No mine. Because I got that orange one.
Come on.
I know what Oran is. Oran is a language.
How have you got a frog in your mouth?
Devil language.
Yeah. I got common.
Where did you
You
find
have
a
common.
frog?
I'm putting
Inferno.
it down.
And then I guess any other that you like the look of.
Got a frog in my
So they
throat.
basically.
It is languages that those people speak.
Because what would like our people even be sort of classed as? Because like for instance, what would Jake be classed as? Because obviously he's not a bit of war for a
speak
night.
Leonin.
My sister won't let us have a TV in the kitchen,
Well, I
even
just
though we've got a spare
speak
TV.
language.
Okay,
Okay.
so back to it. So you've worked out that he's hiding something.
Wake up! Come on!
There we go.
No,
I'm not the dog.
no, I can tell. Like, you don't talk like that unless you're hiding something. What have you found?
That's just his accent.
Well,
It was the words he used.
you are able to identify items, yes?
No. But I can try. No. I'm defaulting back to Ruffy too
I
much.
found the cloth. It looks strange. I would like to keep it, but you may have a look.
On first glance, do I recognise anything?
On first glance, you recognise the embroidery on it are all magical symbols.
Ooh!
I think with your intelligence and your use of magic, you would know at least those are arcane.
And I'm
Embroidery.
sure you are familiar with the law finders keepers.
But you don't know any more about.
prophet known as James A. Caster.
But you don't know any more about what it does.
I don't think I've got anything to help with that either.
I don't think I could be any help with this.
Spare the dying, mage hand.
You can make an arcana check.
Crystal, shall we go look in the cave for a chair?
Yeah,
Let's go
so
look for a
if I
chair.
can-
What about in these houses? Can we take one from the
Yeah,
table?
I'll do an arcana check.
You're the boat
Okay,
man.
make an
What
arcana
can you tell
check.
me?
DM, do I know this?
Know what?
If we could just use a chair from in the house.
I would say you know that it don't work like that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So we need a specific type of chair. A captain's chair, if you will.
The enchantment is in part. The enchantment is in the item.
Chair number 47 from
Need a magical chair.
Okay,
Let's go to the cave.
yeah, so,
The pirate's
20.
cave.
yeah, while they're talking about this,
3.
10 minutes. That's what we've
While they're looking at this
Okay, so
tea
while they've
towel,
been looking
let's
over
go
the
to
tea towel,
cave.
you lot have
A tea towel.
you lot have
decided
come
to,
up the other path. You have gone to the bridge because
Tell us a little red
Yarrick
herring
told
about
you
how
about the
this is a red
bridge.
herring.
You know what to avoid to stand on, so you don't have any difficulty crossing the bridge.
Right, well, look.
You come up to a cave.
Good job we memorised all those.
While you do that, I'm going to pee quickly.
Okay, and outside the cave is like a row of sort of tents
Oh yeah.
mismatched around the outside. One of them is slashed open, and you can see that it's been looted. And that's probably the one that Yarrick told you about.
Do you want to
but
try
you-
plunder this little tent village?
We can always have a look around, mate.
Yeah.
You're gonna fucking plunder stuff while I'm not there.
So make
You've done your plundering.
make investigation
enough,
checks
sir.
for me.
You've already plundered this.
Investigation. Intelligence.
Fuck. Wait, is it plus, plus what?
Intelligence.
Plus intelligence.
So mit 12.
9. That was a fucking wicked noise.
Mit 12, rather. You go through a couple of tents. You find one skeleton curled around cuddling a dog skeleton.
Aww. It takes forever.
And he's also got like an Irish flag next to him.
Is there anything inside the dog?
Or like a flag that looks like an Irish flag. You hear the words in your head. Do you want a dog with that?
Can I search inside the dog skeleton?
What for?
You find a dog rib bone.
Okay, I'll take it.
But you find like minor knickknacks and like sort of nothing worth any
Anything
like,
I'd be
remote
interested
value.
in picking up.
You do find like a small pouch of gunpowder.
Oh my god.
It's a small one, not this big.
Is there any rum?
Make an investigation check for me, please. Oh no, you already made one, didn't you?
It was 8 plus 1, 9.
You plus 1 9. You do, after a lot of searching, find like. Bearing in mind it's been 200 years, right? So it looks like it's a perfectly sealed bottle of rum, but it's half empty just because of like time depreciation. Have you heard of like the term the angel's share?
Yeah.
So yeah, like the angel's share of that bottle is now half. But you found a 200-year-old
Swig of rum.
a 200-year-old aged half bottle of rum.
Oof.
Swig it and die. Again.
Oh, that a t-shirt.
Okay, so
Swig it and die.
after that, we've just come out of the tents, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing else of value. You've sort of ransacked all of them.
Find anything, Gristle?
I found some rum. Shall we search under the tents?
Under the tent?
You find dirt.
Okay.
I'll start sniffing around.
You find one tent without a floor and a load of thunderbugs.
Would you like a taste of this 200-year-old rum?
let's dude in
pop
a
it open,
balaclava.
shall we?
Yes. Okay, we drink.
Okay, we're both taking constitution checks, I guess.
Absolutely rolling constitution.
Tom's come back. We're both dead.
Yeah, we both get to the cave, it's dead.
I just saw the
Next to a half
99% off
17.
17 and a.
8.
You take a swig and. Oh, that's nice. You take a swig
Actually, drink the bottle.
and.
Actually died.
You're like used to rum because you've been pirating. You take a big old glug, and
Big old Billy.
it hits you hard. I'm gonna levy on you a single point of exhaustion, which means you have -1 to all of your rolls until you sober up.
What did I put it on here?
Just write 1 point of exhaustion. -1 to all rolls until you sober up a little bit.
I'm now having to have Gristle round my shoulder.
Yeah. They found a 200-year-old aged bottle of rum while they were searching around, and they decided to drink it.
Into the cave, Gristle.
Known as you, is it?
So you two enter the cave.
You literally go to the dark cave without us.
Back to
Drunk.
you
23.
on your 23 Arcana check.
What's happened there?
Oh, it's a map, but I've got most of it hidden. You know that this is one part of 2. Like this looks like it's almost the upholstery fabric for the chair that you might be looking for. From what you can gather from the inscription, it helps channel magic into something, but it needs to be attached to something else.
It's like a flying carpet.
Attach it to the chairs in the.
Without the
in
rest of
the
the carpet.
houses.
Yeah.
It's a flying tea towel.
Okay, so from what I can gather, this
Using Antiques Roadshow here now.
at auction, you'd be looking for around 120,000 gold pieces.
Summon David Dickinson.
At auction, you'd be looking cheap as shit.
Never found that summer material.
You'd be looking cheap as chips.
We found it for free, cheap as shit.
Slightly broken David Dickinson.
Oh, it's a real Bobby Dazzler.
Oh, it's cheap as chips.
Oh, it's cheap as chips. Right. Anyway.
Yeah, do something and we'll get back to us in the cave.
So it looks like it's part of an enchanted piece, but essentially ripped in half. So we need to find the other part of.
What is the other part? Another cloth?
It's a chair.
Flannel.
It's a chair. I said it's
The
upholstery
chair.
fabric, so it has to go on to something.
Oh,
It needs
right.
to.
It has to upholster something.
Would that be here or would that be in the cave?
Question. How did they get
How the hell
across
is
the
he going
bridge?
to know that? You told
I'm-
us about getting across it before we had our little dose.
Yeah.
How did they get across though? Because I use my rope of climbing.
They
We just didn't step on the
walked,
shitty ones.
and they knew to be careful.
Bet you wish you'd done that.
Yeah.
I don't have massage as a cantrip.
So I've already kind of searched everywhere around where we currently are.
Yeah, there's nothing else you think you can gain from this.
There
You know
isn't really
you're needing
anywhere
something.
further down the path here. or-
No, it literally
Build
ends
a
there.
chair
There is a
and
dock.
skeleton.
It ends there.
Okay. So there's either the path back to where the cave is, or is that the only one?
Pretty
Yeah,
much,
basically, yeah. You picked the
Okay.
village clean and
Where-
destroyed 2 buildings.
Where
As
are
we're
those
stumbling
two?
into the
They're in the
mouth of the
cave.
cave, I'll go, Yarrick,
Oh.
Tyler!
We're gonna level this village.
You shout and they don't hear it. You don't know they don't hear it, but you don't hear it.
Do we know
Nah,
they've
not even with big rabbit ears.
gone to-
You know they've gone to the cave. You saw them go off and like because
Oh,
you
we
heard
are.
them go. Let's go check the cave.
I'll be shouting for them as we go,
Go
as we go towards the cave.
So yeah, you're like Garen, Gristle tongue.
I'm scuffling
As
around.
soon as I hear
Garen!
something back.
I'm
It's
drunk.
Crystal
appeared
tongue!
that Garen is
As
gone.
long as it's not magically enchanted. As soon as I hear something back from them,
I think I have a lantern.
I'll then carry on.
So after about
I could've
5
put
minutes
the
of
potion of
walking,
true love in the rum and give it to Karen.
after about 5
Get back
minutes
to
of
his
walking, you eventually hear them shouting.
We leave you alone for 1 minute.
So I'll stabilise old Gristle and I'll call back.
You go,
Get Tom to spare the
We're
dying.
over here in the cave, and obviously you're standing in the cave now.
Is it dark?
So it's echoed behind me.
It
as
echoes
well.
behind you, yeah, like la, 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 la. And because none of you have dark vision, that's as much as you can see at the moment.
I thought we were in the cave.
Sick.
Eventually, you get there, and you find yourself
Wait,
in the mouth of a cave.
Oh, actually, it doesn't matter because
I've got a flare.
they can't see in the dark, so it doesn't matter if I shout what I'm
Oh, so we're
trying to
here now.
shout.
Yeah, you eventually, after about 10 minutes of walking, make it to the cave.
Can I light the
I feel
flame?
like I wouldn't have been shouting the entire time.
No,
if we
once
were
once
10
you heard
minutes
back
away.
from them, you would have, yeah.
What
No,
did
no,
we miss?
before that, I feel like I would have waited until.
Why is Crystal Tongue swaying?
We tried some rum he found. 200 years, he reckons.
I've got this flare. I'm gonna light it and throw it along the cave.
So-
rambling now.
So you light the flare, and you throw it in.
Oh fuck!
What waste?
The swarm
just
bees
bounces
just-
off a dragon. It just is like at the end of the corridor.
Another manticore. The manticore's wife,
We found the magical hive.
who's twice.
And it
as
lights
big.
up. Oh,
course
actually,
why.
let's light up a bit more.
And we know to be looking up, right? Like,
So it lights. You throw it into the middle, and it lights up. You see quite a wide space. There's an old. Let me zoom
Zoom in
in
a bit.
for you. Yeah.
What's that thing at the top? Exit.
That's not even zooming in. Okay. That's all. So you see the remains of an ancient fire. You see 2 piles of just like debris and junk, and 3 pathways. One leading north, one east, one west.
What is that? Do I need to investigate it?
What this?
That thing you're pointing at? Yeah.
This.
Lantern
It's a
by the
box.
It's a box. Okay.
It's
But
a
yeah,
door.
this is what you see. You see 3 potential pathways.
Yeah, we're right.
And then eventually the flare starts to fizzle and get darker and darker.
Oh no!
And
Yeah, what-
you're back in darkness again.
What a great idea, Jacob. Is that your first name?
I'm drunk.
What, is your first name Jacob? I forget.
Jacob Grisseltand.
You'll address me as Captain. I used to be a
Swing
fucking
around.
pirate.
Stupid drinking alcohol.
I was asking out of character, but sure.
Does anybody have fire?
Yeah, what a great idea, Jacob.
Why don't we light
Are
the
there
room?
rocks nearby?
Yeah, loads. Pebbles.
I'll pick
Wait,
up
so
a
is this
rock.
pitch black again now?
Yeah.
But we know it's there?
You know like the template.
I
of the
could,
room.
I could wrap my magic cloth around the stick and we can pour rum on it and make a fort.
Yeah, let's waste that 200-year-old rum.
So you pick up a pebble.
I pick up a rock and I can't remember the phrase. Magical tinker.
You magical
I
tinker
tinker
and
with my rocks.
you pick it up and you pull out like
It only
a.
does 5 foot of light. But
It's like an inscribing tool, and you just and then it emits a bright light for 60 feet. So now this is all.
I think it's only 5 feet.
I thought it was. Is it 30 and then dim for? Because I thought it was just the effects of the spell light.
No, it's a lot weaker than that. 5 foot radius and dim light for an additional 5 feet.
Okay, so you
So
can
I just
see,
chuck it sort of to the.
You chuck it in the
essentially where
middle.
The flare was.
and it gives you like
It's not
a
really any
dim
kind of
view of the rest of the room.
Unless it's just in the box. Might be worth just getting that fireplace lit.
Get lit.
With the rum.
I don't have any torches.
It's
You should have
200-year-old
torches on
rum,
you.
and rather than hoard, like out of character. It's 200-year-old rum, and rather than like add it to your hoard because it's probably worth a fair bit, you just want to fucking piss it away.
I don't drink.
What packs do you have in your inventory?
Yeah, so you can sell
What
it.
patch do you have? You need to get like a.
Oh, I've got an explorer's pack.
That should have a torch in it.
Okay, I'll fucking pop out that then.
Hold on, how much rum is left in the bottle?
Why's the rum gone?
So you had about a mouthful each.
And
About
with-
half a bottle.
Yeah.
Okay, can I?
You got 10 torches.
I have a glass bottle.
Uh huh.
Could I pour a bit of rum into the glass bottle, then chop off a piece of the rope I've got and make just like a lantern? No.
Yes.
Cool, I'll do that then.
Yeah. So you pull out a torch. You light it. You can all see your surroundings a bit more, but again, the light only goes to about as far. While you're, I'm assuming, in the middle of the room now.
Mm.
I'll say that I used 5 foot of rope to do that. And
Are there
I'll
any
chop the rest off.
lantern? I can't think what they're called. The things attached to the walls.
Sconces.
Sconces,
Oh, yeah.
braziers, yeah. Around.
Nonsense. There are not any sconces around at all.
Or any mounts for them.
No.
Nothing.
Any holes in the wall?
No, there's nothing. There's nothing.
It's just a cave,
There's nothing that indicates that people have put torches up in this room at any point.
Well, I meant like any holes as in like natural cracks or holes or.
Oh, crevasses. Yeah. There's like divots in the wall where you could slot something.
When we went,
I'll shove a couple in there.
I
Then.
don't suppose the
A
fact
couple of
I have
torches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when we went filming at, there was these caves underground we went filming at. We didn't have like that many torches with us, but there was shitloads of little tea light candles everywhere. And Sophie told us that apparently, well, we actually ended up doing this. We got the tea light candles. We'd like melt the wax down onto a stick and then set that bit of the stick on fire, and it was just like a huge like medieval torch.
Nah.
And so we just did loads of that and just literally stuck them in the wall everywhere to light the room up. So we could
So
try and
it
do
reveals
that.
it reveals a bit more of each pathway as you put some lights around. You can see that the 3 pathways sort of wind around different various ways.
Is that
I don't, the way luck works in this, I don't suppose the fact I have good luck, I can just pick one at chance and it happened to be a decent path.
No. Sorry.
I've got a lucky rabbit's foot.
DM on.
I've got 2 lucky rabbit's feet.
They're still attached.
And then he's like,
Oh yeah.
then it looks like I've got 3.
Oh no, I've got a stone with a hole.
Stone with a hole.
Yeah. Right, is anyone going to explore any of these paths and move around, or are we?
Can I
like
see
to-
some light over there on the right?
Oh, poetry.
You can see something. You can see something.
Can I search the box?
We're going to move that back.
I'd like to go left.
You'd like to go left.
You go left, you go right. I search the box.
So
It's split up.
Jarek, you are you holding a torch currently?
I go into my
I don't have a
palace.
torch, but I
What packs do you have?
thieves, burglar's pack, thieves tools. Do I have any little sort of?
Burglar's pack. You have.
I have some common clothes I can set alight.
You've got a hooded lantern.
Oh,
You have
okay.
2 flasks of oil as well.
At the moment, do each
lantern.
one of us have like a light source then on it?
You should do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a burglar's pack has.
I've got
we got
bottle.
the little
A burglar's pack has
You've got-
a bag of 1,000
I've got
ball
a
bearings,
explorer's pack.
10 feet
Oh,
of
right.
string,
10
a bell,
Oh,
5 candles, a crowbar, a hammer, 10 pitons, a hooded lantern,
I've got
2
healer's
flasks of
kit.
oil, 5 days of rations,
Oh my
a
God.
tinderbox, a water skin, and 50 feet of rope.
Jesus Christ! What's a piton?
They're climbing shit.
Just how long till Joe just sells everything?
I didn't realise they had
So
this
you pull
much.
out your hooded lantern, you begin to light the way, and what you see is
Make a dexterity check.
I have a Dungeoneer's pack.
Oh, I'm going to
Well,
say
that-
this.
There's almost
Flogs.
torches or something.
Harness.
Yeah, I would've
so
thought
as you
so.
go
Gym
further in, I'm going to move the light with you, and I'm actually
it's
going to
narrow.
I'm going to move to describing this because they can't see it. But as you go further, you notice the path gets narrower and narrower
Sneaky
and
fucking
narrower
Russian.
and narrower, and you get to the point where you can
just
see the
skin
way
and
ahead
wall.
of your torch, and you can see now it's a sort of thing where if you wanted to go any further down this path, you'd have to really like squidge yourself
Pop it
through.
and lock it.
Like have you seen those pictures of people that try to go caving and get stuck in like
Yeah.
like you've got that sort of journey ahead of you.
Yeah,
Do you wish
alright.
to continue?
Rabbits are notoriously good at squeezing in thin gaps.
Okay, so make a dexterity check for me as you try and push yourself further into this.
Alright, hang
nook.
on. That's plus
Quickly, seal up that hole.
14. And if need, when failing a dex saving throw, that's not a saving throw, is it?
This is a check.
Joe, you're just going to get
14.
crushed to death if you get any further.
He's like,
Pop it, lock it,
on a 14, you manage to push yourself
polka dot it.
a little bit further,
Did anyone see where?
and you
American
now have to push yourself flat and then upwards. It's not going straight across now, and you can feel that some of the rock is a little bit loose. So now you're starting to push yourself upwards. Make another dex check for me.
What's your race again?
He's
20.
a rabbit man.
20.
Yeah, but
So-
Aragon.
On a 20,
Sneaky fucking.
you push
Aragon.
yourself up and up and up a little bit further,
No way you could fit up there.
and now you see it goes across a little bit, and you're
Fucking
prone
clown man
on
trying
your
to get
front,
through there.
It's not that he keeps
crawling through, and it's
walking off
really
and
narrow.
disappearing.
Every
I
time we
thought
turn
it
around,
was
it's gone.
Yeah.
Make one more dex check for me.
I was gonna go with him and.
You can always chase it off.
18.
18, it's higher than
I'm not
15,
even
yeah?
sure if I know he went that way.
So, you make it through to the other side.
Jesus.
The chair's there, but how are you gonna get it back?
Smash it into bits, drag it back.
Oh god, I have to go back. I thought I was going to open out.
So you-
fix this.
You come to the end of this passageway, and you can see that it looks like there's been a rock fall, and that's why it's so narrow up to this point. You're in a chamber that you think would have at one point been larger, and the only reason it's not caved in is because there's metal braces that you can see that it looks like they were starting to build a corridor through this cave, and it collapsed, and that's why they abandoned it.
Alright.
Inside, you find a skeleton
500 gold pieces.
curled up next to a chest, and inside the chest you find
Milk.
Please be a trap.
2 potions of healing.
Come on, lad.
Regular ones.
Yeah.
Not extra small.
Nothing else?
You find 6 light crystals, which are the things that
I forgot we had that.
which is it basically casts a light spell once you crack it, like a glow stick, but cooler.
But fantasy.
You find glow sticks and
And
mocktails.
then on the body, you find a really fancy bracelet of 7 gems. on it.
Yes! Now we're going. 7 gem bracelet.
What's all these rich people doing in caves?
Did he by any chance bite his wrist off to try and get out?
He did. You don't know if he did.
So I've got to go all the way back again, right?
Now you've got to make
Probably
those
only
checks
just
in
randomly
reverse.
Fucking off and then finding all the loot as a
Can I
result.
search the crates?
While what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to someone else quickly. You want to search some of these crates?
Yeah.
Which ones?
The ones.
Like
Wait, is there
fossil
crates? Oh, there's crates there as well.
So that's like piles of like random debris.
I mean that one. I'm
This
near
one
now.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the crate you find.
Do I need to roll?
Chair.
or anything?
You don't need to find. You just open the crate. Inside it there is some mouldy rope. There is a hooded lantern.
What's that?
Like a mining lantern. So you know, like in mines, there are like gas leaks and shit,
Yeah.
and you know they have like these little cages with canaries in them. When the canary dies, they know there's a gas
There's
leak.
a canary.
They developed hooded lanterns so that they could have lit flames
Shut
that
it.
wouldn't, cause an explosion.
Okay.
And also, you do find a bird cage with some bird bones in it.
Bagsy.
Fuck yeah!
My brethren.
I actually use the bird bones as like a tooth.
Pile.
I thought you were gonna
Beak
make like either oh you're gonna make like a toothpick.
A beak
like,
pick.
you take off some of the bird bones and you're like marrow,
Yeah.
and then you start picking your teeth for the rest of it. Yeah,
Cannibalism?
yeah, he's got teeth.
Is it bad though?
I feel like Kenku have teeth.
Well,
I drew teeth.
Do
I realised that when I was doing like the
do
concept art because I drew a beak and then
have-
teeth in.
I think like geese and swans have teeth.
Oh,
Don't
they've
they?
got like spiky bits.
They got
Yeah.
spiky beaks. Yeah. On my picture because I want
you don't have teeth.
Charlie had a bird with teeth in his dream journal in Always Sunny.
Okay,
I did teeth to make it look more like skeletal.
Tyler and Garen.
Bills with teeth.
He's got
What
teeth
do?
there. Look.
Just going forward, I feel like I'm going to make a mental note to keep an eye on this sneaky fucker. Because every time I turn around, he's disappeared. And then a minute ago, he just tried to hide something from us.
He seems a trustworthy sort.
Like-
An ideal pirate, if you will.
It's not a race thing.
Thing is
it's
though,
he's
like,
actively
what you
been-
would have seen was his light would have tapered off into the distance and then very suddenly just disappeared.
It's not a race thing, but he's very sneaky
Not racist, but those fucking rabbits.
with his big ears.
Always
way he
here and
controls the
expensive
media.
shit.
Big ears and the way he keeps them hidden.
Right, anyway, Garen,
What
what, do you
else
want,
is he
what,
hiding?
what do you want to have a look around at?
I'll stick with
Oh, joke, he gets
I want to
a
have like a good old route around these piles of stuff.
Okay, so make an investigation check for me.
And I'll take what I'm finding
you. I'll
things.
have a look around
Oh,
as
that's
well.
fucking terrible.
You make one as well for me.
Investigation, you say?
Yeah.
They're definitely the
How's your
best
toe?
fanner.
Yeah.
2. So you look around, you find a chair, but it's a normal chair. And then you find a kickstool. And you're like, I found no fuck. And you go in again, and
Drum
you
seat.
eventually find just a piece of petrified poo, and you're like, oh crap.
Bagsy!
Just finding all the bad shit.
Yeah. 21. On a 21, you root through the pile, and amongst loads of just like random junk and rusty nails and like
Find the holy
freaking
grail.
piles of bullshit.
away! You threw your babies away!
You find at the very bottom of the pile, like someone had been hiding it there. Like, oh, no one will look under here. I'll make sure I keep it there. You find like 4 silver pieces and like a small diamond. It looks like it's been taken off of a ring,
Jesus Christ.
like stolen off of someone's ring. Just a small diamond, about like yeah big.
You had to climb down a tunnel to get a bracelet.
But yeah, so you find like how many
That's
silver
the
pieces?
road
Did
one.
how many silver
Better be
pieces did I
fucking
say?
expensive bracelet.
4, I think.
4 silver and
It's
a
like when I
very
was getting
small
a
diamond. You don't know how much
machine.
it's worth.
Great yarn. It's hammer beads.
You're not an appraiser, so you don't know how
And I
much
just
shit
think to
costs.
myself, sneaky fucking Harrington.
Annoyed at my disfortune of only finding poo, I walk down the right tunnel.
In search for more poo.
And so I'm going this way.
Do I find
And someone
anything
poos
useful
on
for
you as you walk. Yeah. Look, as you walk down to this path, you see now that that's not the reveal tool, that's the hide tool.
That you
Oh,
walk in the
enormously
darkness.
you can't see.
You notice that this path is in fact flooded.
Oh, that's agua.
And you see that the path starts to go down, and there's just water. There's water. The water of life.
Can I go upwards then, if he's going that way?
You go upwards. Yes. So you go upwards. What is your light source right now?
the bottle with a rope in it.
Okay.
Basically made a shitty Molotov.
Actually, can I like transfer the?
Thing to the hooded lantern.
Yeah,
You can indeed. You can indeed.
might as well since I've got it.
Probably a bit safe.
So as you walk through,
Carrying a Molotov.
as you walk through this path, you notice it's quite like overgrown with vines and stuff like that. And
Right, what, underground?
yeah, there's vines growing on it.
Can I set them on fire?
You sort of push through them a little bit. As you're walking through, you notice yourself getting really tired, really drowsy, and you start thinking like, oh, maybe I should just like go to
Throw
sleep.
that bit in. This time.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Fucking hell, what was in that rum?
It's still half cut, isn't it?
I've gotten stuck in the rock and you
15.
pass out drunk.
15. So you manage to push through. You manage to carry on pushing through. You do feel so lightheaded and woozy by this point.
This is the finest rum I've ever found.
Make another Constitution saving throw for me as you push through even more.
7.
7. Right, on a 7.
Throw up all over the path.
You are dead.
On a 7.
Damn, I don't have like expelled water.
I want you to take another point of exhaustion. So now you're -2 to all rolls.
How am I getting more drunk?
You don't know why, but like
Is that
as
just
you,
on all rolls?
on all rolls, yeah, -2 on every roll
Fuck,
you
I
make.
didn't think about that for them.
You
Them
drink mysterious 200-year-old rum without
Okay,
question.
I'll do that. I'll do that for going
Yeah,
forwards.
and as you finally pass through, you feel like you're in this now more open chamber. Oh, I need to move this out. I keep forgetting it. You can't see all of.
I thought that was the
see
top
what
of the
I can
map.
see. So you make it to the top of this chamber, and you see there's a couple of curled up miners' corpses on the floor. There's pickaxes strewn everywhere, some lodged in the walls. It looks like they would have been used to push this path out further.
Yeah.
What you do notice is 7 bird cages
It's a slave colony.
with with obviously the bones of canaries in them,
Yeah.
and scratched into the wall just the words "No flames."
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
You dying gas poisoning at the moment then.
3 words, I think.
you do look around the room and you find that there are like boxes everywhere.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do some looting. There's boxes everywhere. There is a chest as well.
Can I
What-
kick the chest?
What's your intelligence?
So you boot the chest and it sort of swings open, and inside
full of
there
fire.
is a
Fire.
a wrapped up like spell scroll
Okay.
and a bottle of mysterious liquid. It's a potion bottle, so it's some kind of unnamed potion.
Right.
It has like an oily black substance, but the bubbles in it are red.
Right. Like a lava lamp.
Almost, yeah, but it's in a potion bottle. So you know it's some sort of potion, you just don't know what it does.
Oily black potion.
Yeah.
Um.
And also, you find a really fucking fancy like mining lantern as well, like with like gold notches on it and stuff.
I'll transfer my light source to that one and chuck the other one away.
So you chuck the other one away. You light up. You light your new one.
Fancy lantern.
Fancy lantern. Fancy lantern.
Was it because it's in a lantern he's not blowing up the gas?
He's not blown up. Yeah. So yeah. The reason I asked about your light source is because if you walked in there with a torch, you'd just fucking blown up.
Well, can I? The glass bottle that I had with the other
Through the vine.
Yeah.
lantern thing. Can I just dump the contents of that out?
Yeah.
And basically just like cork some of this gas from the air. Like, would that work?
Someone fart in a jar.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You can try.
I just cork the ambient air.
You do that. You don't know whether it's going to do anything. You have a vial of air,
Gassy air.
I got corked air.
corked air. Whether it actually is explosive, we don't
Potential
know.
gas.
I looted the atmosphere.
Right.
Gas.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
and then after that, I'm just going to kind of scurry back out of that bit.
So yeah,
worst version
you
of
make
Pocket
your
Sam
way back
Before
with
I
intense
actually fucking
haste.
yeah.
with intense haste, you make your way back. You don't suffer any more points of exhaustion, but you like hold your breath. You have to sleep to get your exhaustion back. Right.
I should drink my rum.
Yarrick, make me a dex check, please, to try and.
Guys, I've gotten stuck. I'm going to make my way back.
You hear Echo. You hear Echo. You hear like Echo. I'm stuck.
It's not off for a good start. 11.
11. So you squeeze back through this section and you take. Where's improvised damage?
Fuck.
There it is.
Damage.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you push through and like hurt yourself on little bits of
your own
rock.
bones to get through. Dislocate.
Make me another dex check as you push your way back through this next
Would it
section.
be bludgeoning or like slashing? as he catches himself
23.
on the
I'm going because he's getting stuck on things and getting
yeah.
like compressed. 23. On a 23, yeah, you managed to push your way back through and
It's
are
almost
now.
like he became lubed and he popped out the other end.
Yeah. You started just like spitting on yourself.
The bruises caused some kind of weird lubrication.
Yeah.
It made him squishier.
So you come back and you're like, whew, dust myself off.
I found a dead end. It was not worth it.
And anything else?
I found. Who was it that used the potion in the last battle?
Did I?
I can't remember.
Someone used 2.
Oh,
right? You fed one to him because you died.
Yeah.
I know
Nearly.
you fed me one and then I took my one.
Did I think?
That was it.
So you both used that potion.
Was it the other way?
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way
I
around.
found 2 potions for each of you.
So you each gain 1 healing potion.
Put that off mine
What?
back down to.
What size were they?
Regular.
I'm shoving my head into the puddle to try and see anything under the water.
So you
drowning himself.
you push your head under. Make a perception check for me.
What is with my rolls today, dude?
It's turned around. It's like he's crouched down like a cat, like drinking the water from the puddle on the floor.
Perception.
3.
3 can
I see
help.
bubbles.
Don't split the party. And
No one else is going to fit down that gap.
what we no one knew the gap was until you walked off.
Well, if you saw her as a thin gap, you would have turned around. I would.
So you push your head under
anyone's
the
gonna make that
water.
gap
We should have explored it together.
You start
Like, you
like
got there, you just said, "Oh, I can't fit down there."
you
go."
start
yeah,
puffing
but-
in bubbles, and it's very murky and dark, and your light source is a torch. It goes out, and you're like, "Oh shit, I can't see a thing."
Fuck.
That's that -2 intelligence working against you there.
I put my hands down in the water with the torch.
Yeah. You see absolutely nothing.
Right. Oh god. Just fucking turn around and give up. Come back to the group as they're chatting away.
You come back to the middle,
Dripping wet face.
Can I
Not
with the
go on.
I'll say with the lantern, could I get a piece of like scrap wood from them piles and just light it on and then throw it down that? Oh,
Yeah. So you take it, you light it.
Does anyone want to see something cool?
telling us there's even gas there?
Yeah,
You
you.
didn't even fucking tell me about gas.
I tried to do something cool. He fucking runs in beforehand to fuck it up.
Hey, rabbit man!
So yeah, you throw a little bit of
You
lit
fucking
wood
just run off and he just fucking
through there,
does something
and for a second the whole cave lights up as you see fire everywhere, and then like rocks start to form, block that whole passageway up.
I was just using my mage hand to like wave away, like essentially form a makeshift gas mask
What
to
the
like
fuck did you just do?
brush the air and like.
Wasn't that cool?
What was that? What was
Yeah,
that?
and all of your fur, because you're all furry, gets a little bit singed.
It will now smell slightly.
Like one
fart.
singeing down.
For not the first time today, and probably not the last, I facepalm again.
Onto your horns.
Why the fuck am I with these people?
Never let this one
Of all the
happen
people
again.
that turned up to that gathering in the square, why did I pick thee?
In utter disbelief.
So
Press my
one,
foot up on the rubble like, huh.
yeah, like And you didn't even look
proud of
at
yourself.
you didn't even look at the explosion because badasses never look at explosions.
I just as I turn
guys
around,
don't look
just
at
the back of my head and my hat is all like burnt off.
You've added more.
I just got like
open
a
wounds.
bald patch where my face
yeah, absolutely.
Just more open
So-
wounds to that open
Yeah.
wound.
So one path remains to be explored. Did.
Not to meta game, but was it an active choice that you didn't mention the light of the crystals, or did you just forget about them?
I was going to mention them at some point.
Just gonna stop.
Like out of
for an hour,
character.
but, like-
Out of character.
I wasn't planning on mentioning it yet, though. No.
Okay. I didn't know.
I
if
was
you
going to first ask how they actually work, and if
I
I
didn't
know
know
how
if
much
you
they're
forgot.
worth.
Or...
You don't know how much they're worth, but you know that you snap them and they light up for an hour.
And there's
Seems
no
like a
fire in
pretty
them, is there?
disposable
No.
thing.
That would have been so handy a minute ago. That's what I was gonna do.
They'll be
I was
really.
gonna ask you
to-
how they work and be like, guys, we could.
My plan was to see if you mentioned them and use it to go down the corridor using my mage hand to, like, flap air into my face essentially, so I didn't inhale the gas.
It is completely blocked in. There's not a way with a pick on or something I could chip out a path.
What, the north path?
The one you just blew in.
No, that's fucked. That's gone,
Well,
mate.
there's only like it was pretty much a dead end there as well.
He didn't really find much there though, did he?
No, he kicked
Oh, I bet
open
there's a chair at the end
chest,
of that.
and then he saw that it said no flames, and there was a bunch of dead miners.
Fuck's that.
So
Hilarious, but such a fucking liability.
There's no flames. Wanna see something cool?
What a fucking liability.
Bill Nye, the dead crow guy.
So, yeah. One path remains. It's just a little bit wet.
So we're
going for a swim, boys.
Going for a swim.
I feel like
It's a
half
paddle.
recordings are gonna need random bleeps as well from you saying shit like sub-Saharan and they control the media.
I didn't even hear that. Some kind of Semite?
I didn't even hear that.
Fuck's sake, James. That's alright, he's 86 years old. He can't
right.
unlearn his behaviour.
But if my fucking brand or whatever ever takes off and people come back and see that I was part of a D&D podcast where some dude was just casually dropping that and I didn't say anything.
It's alright, the videos are private. You can only see him with the link.
Oh no, they're public.
Didn't specify that stereotype.
Right, anyway.
herring gun.
It's funny now, but like 10 years down the line when people try to James Gunn me, like...
Anyway. Next actions, human beings.
Well, it looks like we're going for a swim then, doesn't it?
God, horrible thing.
I didn't even think of that.
Want to go for a swim? Yeah.
It looks
You wouldn't want to trip into that.
Cold on my mother, did you? Mr. Cowman, would you be able to identify
Were any of us particularly good at swimming?
to identify
I feel
bottles
like
of liquid?
I'm being pulled more and more to the Cockney direction.
Does that
You fucking what?
Fucking
took like 40k orcs.
does acrobatics make you any good at swimming?
orcs in Lord of the
Is it,
Rings.
is it a gap I can just rabbit hop
I mean,
over?
you haven't even looked at it, you haven't even checked how deep it is, you don't just, you
I
haven't
put my head
even...
in.
If he goes to walk off and I
and
just like
put his
grab
torch
wrist
off.
and pull his back
Can I pull out a light crystal and be like, oh, by the way, I forgot to say I found these? And perceive the path.
Yeah, so you're going to crack it and like throw one down
Yeah.
into the water.
And then I immediately shoved my head back into the water.
So,
Looking around on the water.
Oh, laser!
Oh yeah, you're a cat person. You go to
so you
walk off
crack
and
one
where
and
going,
you
treacle.
throw it in, and you see that it sinks to the bottom and lights up the path. You can see that the ceiling comes down, but the path carries on. It's just underwater, right? You dunk your head under, and the first thing you see is half a skeleton with a rock on top of its like legs,
Oh, dear.
and it's like clambering to pull itself out. And in its hand, it's holding an orb.
Orb?
Ponder it.
Is it a time slowing or? That was where we left off our last campaign.
Should we go get the boat and put it in the water?
It has to go under though.
Oh no, don't worry.
Submarine.
Are any of us like? What makes you good at swimming?
Being good at swimming.
Does acrobatics help with that at all?
Dex?
Yeah, dexterity.
Glad you
What?
did
Does dexterity help with that, or would it be athletics?
That will be dexterity
Don't we
check.
have like a default
Oh, perfect.
underwater breathing amount?
Can I go for a swim then?
You do, yeah.
It's to do with your constitution.
Lung
I think it's something like 1 minute per your constitution modifier or something.
A creature can hold its breath a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its constitution modifier.
That was it, it's 1 plus.
Good memory. Okay.
Can I
What's
get like an
that?
empty bottle and put it in my mouth for breathing?
I've got a glass bottle you can
I'll
use.
get extra air in case I need to breathe in.
Can I
I gave him the glass bottle that I had in the cave. The cold
You
air.
can definitely give it a
absorb
go.
elements and absorb all the water.
Hold my breath.
It doesn't work.
Oh, it's a shame that you haven't got a cleric with create or destroy water anymore.
Oh, yeah. Can we get Ross in just like play through like video call?
Ross on the wall.
This is just a biblical angel.
How big is a bag of holding?
Guys,
To be fair, you could-
I've got
I'm
an
going to
herb in
dive.
there and I think that's it at the moment.
You could probably put him in your bag of holding.
I was thinking more...
Throw it.
What the fuck, man?
Could
Oh,
I
put your head in the bag of holding,
put the
or
water in the bag?
They fucking out of so much. You're gonna
Swallow the water.
I don't know how
you're
much.
gonna waterboard me now.
you don't know how much water is there, but you can certainly give it a go.
Put him in the bag of
Doesn't
holding
it just go
in the
into
water.
like the void?
No, it has a set amount of space.
Starts with they control the media. Next thing is shoving them in sacks.
So it's not like
Drowning
Mary
him.
Poppins,
It was
like-
him.
No. It is like a 5x5 room.
It's not like Amy Rose with a hammer and a
It
handbag.
was like 15 by 15.
Good Sonic reference.
Can I just go for a swim?
Yeah. So you just go fuck this, dive in,
Go
make
for
a
a
dex check for me.
Fuck that, I want to see some.
21.
So
So the
anyone?
water isn't poison or anything.
Well, I'm holding my breath.
So
And I've got a little jar.
what's your constitution modifier?
Oh fuck. +1.
So you can hold your breath for 2 minutes. So
Plus a
you
jar.
I get my
You-
mate to hold a handful of air.
you make your way
Slowly.
a little bit through, and as you on a 21, you get about halfway.
Halfway, it's like all the way over here on the map. Is he in just like a headspace where he can breathe kind of thing?
Yeah, you on a
Starts
21.
breathing in carbon
You make it
monoxide.
about halfway, and you pop up. You notice a bit where you can see like the surface of the water breaking. And you pop up just enough to get your mouth out, and
Do I call to him from there?
Is that a real horn?
you can give it a
Yeah.
Hello, can
Can I
you
touch
hear
it?
me?
You could touch it, I wouldn't move it though.
go. You can't.
No, I'm
It's all
back.
got nothing
I'm
to do
my
with it.
all about.
No, you're like.
Hollow.
No, it's just solid.
I just yeah.
Is it a light at this time as well, or is it
Nah,
just like off?
nah.
I found that in the woods in Grenford.
Got out the water and left and fucking figure shit out.
You would say that.
Drowning!
Wait,
I
is it
swallowed the water.
antler, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than horn.
Yeah, it's a deer animal.
Right. Who's next?
They can't hear me at all then.
Can I
No.
can I show the vial?
Sound doesn't travel through water very well.
Can I show the potion vial thing to?
You
Someone has
can.
Arcana, doesn't it?
Sorry, I just thought my fucking horns can be whatever I want them to be. Because I made them.
Yeah.
So I made them hollow.
Why do you want your horns to be?
Well, I'm just thinking there'll be something like this.
You're going to use it to snorkel the water.
Yeah, I can potentially put one end in my mouth. Use it as a little bit of a snorkel.
Won't the rock be in the way though if it's going on? If
So
pop open the
from
tip
what
of
you
the
from
hole.
what you can see
Oh, is
is
it?
it's
Are we diving?
completely submerged.
Oh,
Like there's no
okay.
ceiling because the only reason you have to go
So that
underwater
just
is
freezing
because
water.
the ceiling goes down like that and actually breaks the
Right,
surface of
meets
the
the
water. So
water.
it's completely submerged with no up.
Cowman, can you identify this as a vial thing? oily black potion.
One step closer to the edge and I'm about to break.
Would you like to identify it for him or try?
Sorry, identify what? I stopped paying attention as soon as you said cowman again.
The oily black potion with red bubbles.
Yeah, well, I'll give it I'll give...
So that would be a Arcana check for me, please, sir.
Did Ross get called upon for this? I don't remember us asking him this much as our main caster in the last campaign.
Probably didn't know enough to think to ask things then.
No, with Ross,
Yeah,
actually,
with Ross
we
it was
had a
usually just
few
we get into
casters
combat
as
and
well.
he just goes ape shit.
And also,
kills
I was a lot
everything.
more free with just
And
telling
then
you
just
what I gave
like
you.
resides to the back again for the rest of the.
I guess James was a cleric as well, and
I had all my
I can't-
pally
what was-
stuff.
oh, Joe was a ranger, so he
Arcana.
didn't
Your paladin.
really. 14 and it's Arcana, so it's... Oh my god! Mind
Plus
corpse.
intelligence, plus whatever else.
Yeah, I need to check up if I'm proficient. +6, so it's
Dirty 20.
So yeah, I mean, straight up, you look at this and you're like, oh, fuck me, this is a potion of fire breathing.
oh fuck me.
we can heat the water up.
We could jacuzzi.
This is Dragon's Breath.
Lovely. Oh, lovely.
Lovely.
In my zoomies, I notice Yarrick isn't there and dive into the water.
Go for it, make a dex check for me.
What the fuck?
People
I was
go like-
keeping an eye on him.
People
How did he
go
sneak
massive. You
off?
just dive in.
You didn't say anything when he went to do his thing.
I didn't know.
He's even disappearing in real life now.
I think I was looking at my spells or something, trying to figure out if I.
You seen that crack between the two fridges?
What is it when I'm proficient in dexterity?
What's it about
Like,
grabbing
why
and
did he
before
hide
You
Yeah,
had
let's go.
your normal dex
Where you
score
go?
and
Where you
plus
go?
2.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
So you can grab it.
14.
14. Well, on a 14, so you start, you hold your
Just
breath.
frantically diving in the
And
water after him.
you make it a little, on the first check, you make it a little bit of the way.
So if you don't drown.
But you don't quite make it to, on your first like swim across, you don't quite make it to the pocket. Make another dex check for me.
17.
17. Yeah, so you manage to push through to the air pocket and you pop up like next to, you see like legs,
You see his
like
legs there.
flapping about and you go, ah! And you pop up next to him and you're like face, like cheek to cheek, like
As a cat creature as well, you must be having an absolute crisis just doing this.
you're like, what? Like, oh, I don't like this.
I just kind of noticed he was missing again. I'm like, he's been missing 3 times already, so I just dived that way.
I'm guessing there's literally
Like,
no other
I feel
way.
like Joe unintentionally is doing all of the rogue stereotypes, which is fuck off by myself all the time.
I did say twice I was going to go under, but no one was listening.
I
Yeah, I
we
was
were all
too
trying
zoomies.
to. We were all trying to figure out how we were gonna like go under the water without actually having to hold our breath.
Whereas these two just went, fuck it.
I can do it, I might as well.
Because that's what Tyler would do.
Oh yeah, so by the way, he's joined you in the air pocket and you're like cheek to cheek right now. Like, this is really uncomfortable, yeah?
Can I go
Who's
back
going
onto
first?
The collapsed rocks and just see if there's any way to like...
You're not
progress.
So you have a look, make an investigation check for me.
Leonin.
I am, yes.
Yeah.
Leonin Red.
I was so torn
Mate.
between being a Leonin or a Tabaxi.
Leonin's a cool one.
You look in
Tabaxi's
and mate, like the rocks are way too big. They ain't moving.
Leonin's port over from
This is really the only
The
way
only
forward.
path. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, you were there. You know it's a dead
Sign
end,
off on that
right?
one.
You were there in that room. You know it didn't go anywhere.
On the, when you revealed it, I don't know if you're going to reveal it again.
So let me show you what you
Just for
saw.
now, because it looked like at the top, I thought they were carried on.
Togas and shit.
Oh, wait, oh,
Yeah, I think they were ported over in Theros.
Where those books? Oh no, where those boxes at the top, I thought that was like the path carrying on around to the left.
Let's see.
Essentially saying.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So you literally.
I was hoping I hadn't like closed off an entire
No,
section.
so it is in isolation. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, minotaurs were a thing, but then they were also brought over. In
Well, I'm a bird man. I'm sort of like a fish.
Oh yeah,
I'll try
Theros was
swimming.
well.
Sort of like a fish.
So make a dex check for me, please.
There's a quote.
+0.
10. So on a 10, you manage to make it across to the first air pocket. But there's no room for you to come up. Because there's 2 people like that, so you're there like holding your breath frantically. So I'm gonna swing around to you. You're gonna make an attempt to push forward. So make a dex check for me. 23. Fuck me. So on a 23, you successfully. Push through to another air pocket around the path. Can I just say, well, I'm like in reality, this would be like my greatest fear. Like this in a cave. Fuck that.
Especially when we don't know there's an air pocket.
Glowstones is your fucking light source. So.
Yeah. Right. So you manage to push through, and eventually you're like starting to feel like that I'm holding my breath for as long as I can, feel like. And as you see an air pocket, and you're like.
I was struggling on a 23. Fuck.
No, on a 23, you just managed to push yourself a bit more distance.
Yeah, but I mean, for these guys, they don't roll that. Good luck.
I've got efficiency in dex, I should be fine.
Right, so you're in the air pocket with Garen now. So now, Garen, you feel in the darkness like Yarek's face slip away, and then you feel skeletony, slimy beak, and the smell of rot, and you can feel like a worm snuggling up against you. You give it like a worm snuffing up against you, and you're just like,
Jacob. Darren, haven't got any more of that rum.
this is going to be really hard for you as well because you've got a beak. So you're like I imagine your eyes are still underwater, and your beak's just like.
I don't need them. Don't need my eyes.
Right, Tyler Fairbeson. Fairbeson.
Just the smell that's starting to appear in this tiny pocket.
It's a bucket and trying to get out.
It's growing up and trying to breathe.
Given I have
Oh god.
a bounty of tools at my disposal, and
I built a submarine.
a bunch of items, could I quickly tinker something like an airbag that works with my horn so I can...
I'll tell you what, if you're willing to give up a first level spell slot, I would allow you to
cantrip.
create some. I'd say to enchant something that gives you the ability to breathe. I would say for a first level spell slot, you could make a temporary enchantment that allows you
breathing.
to have like a pocket of air.
And you put your
That
horn on
lasts
your
for
face
a-
like a wind breather.
More than one.
Wow.
I would say you could tinker something for a spell slot
Spell scroll.
that allows you to
Imagine
basically
just breathing
circumvent
underwater.
having to do any checks and just swim straight through.
No.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. So you look around and you find some leather.
Big potion of breathing water.
And you find some like some string and rope
My
from your
bag's all
bag.
wet.
You pull out your tinkering tools and you put your goggles on and you start working enchantments into it. And you have it's sort of like a bit makeshift, but effectively you know that this is a bag that you can use to breathe, and it's got about 5 minutes of air in it.
Cool.
How's that?
You just stroll straight past.
You can name it whatever, and because it's your invention, you can name it whatever you want. And I'm saying this is a permanent item as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll
Just have to
think of a
recharge.
name while I'm swimming.
Yeah, I mean, I say once we'll work out how it actually works. We'll work out how it actually works later, but for now it's like 5 minutes of air, and then when it's gone, it probably recharges in a day.
I imagine it probably just recharge over the course of not being underwater.
Yeah, like we'll work it out.
Like sort of like a balloon or a whoopee cushion. It sort of gets the air.
Yeah,
Whoopee cushion.
the whoopee cushion of breathing.
Here's someone underneath you comes.
Right,
Tyler's
Kellen,
fun
gone of
bag.
the Sunmains. Make me a dex check to carry on.
What do we have
Yeah,
here?
I'm gonna call it a fun bag.
Fun bag.
19.
19 on a 19. Yeah, you swim straight through. This air pocket's a little bit larger, so you're not quite cheek to cheek this time.
Room for 3.
But you're like now like maybe like full head above water now, and you can see where the path continues with like your lights, and you can see that. In fact,
I assume Yarek's been like dropping these glowstones as we've been swimming through.
Yeah, should I be lobbing another one?
you can see that there is indeed soon to be light at the end of the tunnel.
It's getting shallower.
Literally and figuratively.
I fucking love this like reveal feature.
Really cool.
There are
Fog of war.
there are ones that do it in a much more sophisticated way, but I don't have the time to learn the platforms.
Try it
This
out
is
and
so
reveal more of the
straightforward.
map.
So,
Can I get through the next bit as well?
make a dex check.
Is anyone actually struggling? Like for air?
I mean, remember -2 to your roll, yeah?
I'll do it again.
Remember the -2 to your roll.
-1.
Oh
-1.
my god.
Shit.
You swallow loads of water.
So you go to make the swim. You make about half of the journey, and you stub your toe.
I think they could roll minus numbers.
You like cough all your air out, and you start to suddenly panic. Garen, you see loads of bubbles coming from the thing,
Garen's the
and you see that like air is coming out. Make a. Well, actually, how would you try and save him? Describe how you try and save him, and we'll decide what the roll will be.
I'd swim back, like I'd go back under and like reach for him, try and grab his wing.
Okay,
hand.
make an acrobatics check for me then.
I'll use my
Acrobatics is what?
Dex.
fucking 24.
Right, so
25.
you
throw me down the wreck of the
you
tunnel.
like spin yourself so that your legs are touching the roof.
Yeah.
You kick yourself down. You grab his feather and you pull him through.
Pull a feather, yeah.
And yeah, you manage to pull him up into the air pocket, and now all three of you are there like, and you're there like, I almost died 3 times today.
Thank you, Garen.
4 times even, because you got mullered up by the manticore. Right, Tyler. By this point, you're just like really leisurely, just like.
I use my fun bag to.
I like the idea that fucking him watching this after making you sign that contract and being like, that was a mistake.
Yeah, like Moloch sitting there in hell. But yeah, so you're like really
It wasn't
leisurely.
watching that, it was watching him throw the fucking flame into
And blow up the tunnel.
into the cave.
So yeah, you're really so Tyler, like no checks needed. Is just leisurely, like having a lovely happy time, breathing his way
What's wrong,
through,
guys? Never taken a shortcut.
and you make it
Oh my
eventually.
God.
This looks like it's spiraling.
It's a
upwards
dead
now.
end.
You make it into a room, and you see that it is spiraling upwards and upwards and upwards for quite a significant distance.
Ramon, I've been fucking having this head over my shoulders this whole time as well.
Yeah, you've been dragging that through with you.
With the help of a mage hand.
Yeah, it's just been cupping it.
4.5 kilos.
And what you do see is this is like the path that goes up, right here.
I wonder if we're inside the mountain from the top side.
I feel like now staircase up.
If we're like
Sorry,
in the middle of it, like going up.
So I couldn't really get it to visualize what I wanted. This is like lower, and this is higher. I just couldn't get it to visualize the way I wanted.
Well,
So,
go out.
so this is going up, but obviously you can't see the rest of it.
Yeah,
Wait,
and,
and that bit is lower.
and this bit is like spiraling down.
Oh,
I
okay.
couldn't work out how to. I'm not very art person. I'm not very good at perspective.
To be honest, I'm not really
top
sure.
down is difficult as well.
It
Yeah.
kind of works, it just looks like we're at the top.
So yeah, it does. I get what you mean. Yeah, this goes onwards for a long time. You just can't see it.
Yeah.
And then this goes downwards, and there's a. With your light crystals and all the light you've got going on, you see just down here the skeleton hugging a really fucking fancy looking chair.
Or chair hugger.
We got the chair, boys.
But you also see that this path is going up and up and up and up and up, like almost what looks like indefinitely because of the dark.
So potentially we could either go get that chair, go back to the boat, or just carry on up.
Alright, can I pop down there with rope climbing? Hold.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's about like 10 foot down.
Can I just pop down there and get the chair?
You
and
just
pop
fucking
back
jump
up?
down, mate.
You
You're a
just
rabbit
step
man.
down.
Alright, if I jump down, get a chair, jump back up.
Can I grab him before he goes?
Make a strength check.
Is it strength or dex?
Strength.
Because I'm trying to do it
Lift me up by the
quickly.
collar. Oh,
I'll say
that's
Dex. Dex if you're trying to like quickly like grab him by the back of the collar almost.
Is there a way I
Grab
can
him by the back with
use
trousers. It's like,
use a spell? I'm getting fucking sick of it.
I just love how in my head the way this game's going to go is you're going to try and find ways to justify it being intelligence. Can I cleverly grab him with my brain?
We're also trying to see if I can use a spell without using a spell. It's weird being a caster and it's just weird not being Rafi anymore.
Tom, in this game, like the definition of humanoid, is that just anything that's human?
Anything that has 2 arms and 2 legs and stands up.
So effectively, like he could be a
We're
humanoid.
all humanoids.
Okay.
There's some exceptions, like satyrs look humanoid, but they class as fae.
Is that the one with like fairy legs?
It's like goat
Yeah,
legs.
yeah. Plasmoids are like
Just Mr. Tumnus.
they're like not aberrations, but they're not humanoids. I can't remember what they are.
Okay.
But satyrs and a few others class as fae because they're from the Feywild. So they're essentially like fairy creatures.
So have we got the chair? Oh no, he's grabbed him.
I'm just waiting for Tom to work out how he's going to try and.
Don't jump yet. I'm just gonna think about how to grab you.
It was a dex, right?
Yep.
$13.
Make a dex check opposing his, please.
Saving throw or just a?
I think
Check.
all you have to do is roll it. I don't know
Oh
why.
my god, 7.
7.
Fucking.
Is that not- that's a natural 1, you dickhead.
Oh.
That's a 7.
You don't even leave the
That's
ground.
a
To be
1.
fair, on a 7 you probably would have beaten me.
Would I?
What's your plus?
Oh, I get plus
You get +4, don't you?
4.
Efficiency
Do I get? I'm
index as
proficient in acrobatics though.
Either way, he goes to jump down and
So it would
he
be
starts
7.
to slip and you just grab him by the collar and you don't even
Well,
like
more the arm, but yeah.
yeah you grab him by the arm and you pull him and it's almost like a rugby tackle, like you pull him so hard he fucking falls back to the ground like boom boom boom.
What the fuck you
I
doing?
wasn't intending to do it that hard. Autism strength.
The numbers have spoken.
The
fuck's
dice
your
have decided.
Where do you think you're going?
You want to impale me on your head as well? I'm getting the fucking chair.
Tom, I've got a grappling
keep
hook. Could I use it to
disappearing,
like
mate.
hook the chair?
You can see
Danny,
where
have a go
I'm
once this
going.
was
The
all-
chair is right there. Do you want it or not?
I mean, I
Ah,
do.
fine. Fuck this. I'm gonna just start walking up then.
So you just start walking upwards in the path. Okay. So you're gonna grappling hook.
Would I roll?
I'd say yeah. Make a Would it be sleight of hand for a grappling hook? Would you say? It's like being delicate, isn't it?
There's no fishing stat.
I don't know. I'm 6'9", so I was just going to hop down there.
Yeah, make me just a straight dexterity check. We're not going to attach a skill to it. It's going to just be dexterity. -2,
8.
remember.
4. 6.
6. Yeah, you like start spinning the grappling hook to throw it, and it just gets stuck on a rock behind you. Like, ding.
Oh well, look who needs a rabbit now.
You're like as you're walking
Go
up
from
your
even
line.
higher up now. Go down again. Just to make a point.
So yeah, you from even higher up, you like look him square in the eyes, let the rope down, and just like slide down it. And yeah, you find yourself at the corpse that is just hung over this fancy as fuck chair.
Is there anything else on the corpse?
It's naked, butt naked.
I'll take a
Not
chair.
even like the hint that there were clothes. Like this guy was just fully fucking naked.
I wonder what like, the
You're
narrative
cuddling
is
a
supposed
chair.
to be here. Like, why is this guy down there with the chair?
A naked guy hugging a chair. Yeah.
Past
There's a
the pool of
story.
water
Why
that
did they
was
remove it from the
actively-
boat?
Like, past
There's a
like,
story.
load of water
Steal a
that was
chair,
actively
come up, fucking-
difficult to get through.
They took it from the boat, then climbed through the water passage.
Okay, so
Yeah.
pause
Climb
game
through water.
time. Outside of game, the narrative for this is the guy in the barrel and the guy here had a big old falling out before the mine and everything went to shit. So he was like, fuck you, I'm taking the chair. And they had an argument and the other guy ripped the cloth off of it. When the Manticore game, he jumped in the barrel shitting himself.
Is there
And-
any way we would have figured this out in game?
I didn't really like leave any notes.
No.
I didn't think about it. That was one thing I wish I had thought about, like a note telling this story, but I just
So is he naked because the clothes have worn off, or was he just naked? When...
you don't know, man.
Because he was hot.
Just died fucking a chair.
He was like, "Fuck you, Stuart."
I'm gonna fuck you, Joe.
It shows there to go, just like in the bottom of a cavern.
Rubbing my balls all over your chair.
and then he tried to get back, but realised that it suddenly flooded and
Fucking jokes on him.
was too scared to try and climb up, so he died of starvation while fucking a chair.
He started to starve, and instead of trying to find his way out, he was fuck it, I'll
He
just
could have just
die.
stood on the chair and
I didn't think too hard about
Guess
it.
I'll just die then.
Look, I'm not a game designer. My environmental storytelling is getting there. Okay.
He fell over and hurt his ankle.
Yeah. He
was so
slipped.
weak from
He
hanging the
slipped
gas
and bashed his head and died.
And as he fell, his clothes tore off on the way.
He died due to plot convenience.
Yeah.
He died because the chair had to be
He had the
somewhere.
reverse of plot armour.
Yeah, reverse plot armor.
He needed to be there for the plot.
Shall we head up the big spiral?
As he does his like showboaty move, I sort of just roll my eyes and I'm like, look, I wasn't trying to stop you doing it all together. I was just trying to say we're supposed to be a team. You keep and you keep trying to lone wolf. Stop disappearing and going off on your own.
But this is my talent. When it comes to
Oh my God. Yeah, it's all good. Just let people know without.
Tell us.
Yeah. Don't just disappear. Say,
Fine,
guys, I'm going this way.
I'll ask you for a permission slip next time. Fine.
Oh, you're a sassy one.
You'd like that. Like, oh, you want to sign a permission slip?
A contract, you say? A contract from below?
Fuck, I have to remember that for when we get back to the town. Getting that.
Can I get that in writing?
Sorry.
And it's just there's like a bit of paper covering up the small print that says, "By the way, I'm going to hell now."
Just cover it with my hand.
Yeah. So, are you going to traverse upwards and make your way to the top of town that way, or are you going to go back and hoof it to the boat?
Fuck that. Let's go up.
We have the chair now.
Yeah, you have the
We
chair.
have the chair, we have the fabric.
Could I
We'd have to go
not
all the way back
combine
and
them and see what happens
Oh,
first?
Or if you put them together, will he recognise?
Well, will the boat come to us?
You teleport to the boat.
The door. Probably the postman.
So yeah, Yarrick brings the chair back up, and you take the cloth out, and you can see like where it's been ripped out. You sort of pull it back in, and it almost like magically sews itself back to the rest of the upholstery. Like you see the threads pulling itself in, and
it's like Harvard Nugget.
I'll say that.
you get the sense that now that the chair is whole, it still needs something through which to carry people with, right? Like the spell jamming helm has the ability to move stuff through space. By itself, it can't float around, so it needs to be attached to a preferably a boat.
Do you want to go back for the boat? Because then
No, let's go upwards.
Out of this whole ordeal, we get a free boat.
We would have to swim back through all of that.
If you will grab onto me,
He's gonna walk holding on.
I could like onto
What would we
my
rolling then? Constitution, just to hold our breath while he dragged us through?
grab onto
Yeah.
my foot and like we form like a tail, like a trail.
I'm sure I could swim
I-
faster than
You're just
holding onto
wandering
the
through,
water.
like
I
inspecting
can
the
use-
geology of underground. Isn't it fascinating?
I can use
It's
my-
like you can hold your breath for ages, but they're still like struggling to breathe.
yeah, but if they're holding onto me and I'm pulling the weight, I can get through quicker
Yeah, I'm
because
sure,
I
I'm
don't
sure I
have
could
to worry
swim
about
quicker than
struggling
you
to
walking
breathe.
though, holding us all.
We just
Darren.
hold his feet and he's like pushing off the wall.
Garen, should we go and have a look up the spire?
We just fixed the
There's no
chair.
further down, is it?
We can come back.
We can come back.
Anyone else want to come?
Over here.
I would prefer going up.
I love how you spent all that time going to fix the chair, and now you're like, shall we use this or?
But to fix the chair, we've got to the same point as
It's
where we could go
probably
up.
worth a lot of money.
And we'd end up with a free flying boat.
We would have a boat.
We would, but I mean, even if we went up, doesn't mean we can't just come back again.
How would we store it?
The ordeal it was to get here. This is our third session down here.
Yeah, but, right, so if we go up and we find that goes back out, we can just come back down again and get the boat. We've got the boat as well when we get out. If we go up and
We're
it's
on
like
a
a dead
time
end, then we know.
In fact, if you take the chair, you've got the means to make another boat as long as you get an empty fucking carcass boat, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
But if
So we've got a chair to carry up as well as a
But you've got to
manticore
carry a
head.
chair and a head.
I'll happily look up
That's
for the
a thought,
chair.
actually.
If we go up, it might literally just be a couple
We've-
spirals up and then we're
we've
back on the
got-
surface. Or we go all the way back round through the water thing and then we've got to fix a boat, then we've got to float all the way back
Yeah,
up.
if any boat
Keep,
can do it.
keep in mind, Garen here has been carrying, like, gracefully, might I add, carrying this heavy manticore head.
I should
Like,
probably have a point of exhaustion. At
he,
this point.
he's probably going to want a bit of
You
a break.
swam through that with a manticore head, as well,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Didn't leave it behind.
We can.
Should we go up and just have a look?
Can't you fly up and have a look?
I'm 80.
Good point.
Not these old bones.
Well, we've just worked on fixing this chair, and I kind of wanted to sit down.
I'm exhausted from using my mage hand all this time.
I literally have 2 points of
To carry
exhaustion on me.
a small amount.
Yeah. You're 2 nights sleep away from being back to normal on your rolls.
Fucking hell.
But
Hey,
you're
like,
you though.
can I just
so
say?
realistically, you're probably going to be like, no, let's go anyway.
Can I just say, by the way, the original rules for exhaustion are way worse than the old ones. The new rules are just like -1, -2, -3, -4.
Yeah.
Right, this is the old levels of exhaustion. 1, disadvantage on all checks. 2, speed halved. 3, disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. 4, your hit points are halved. 5, your speed is now 0.
6, you're
6, you die.
Jesus.
Whereas now
I'm
it's
so
just
tired,
all the way down to
tired.
-10. There's 10 levels of exhaustion. You can go down to -10.
Right.
It just works so much better. -10, you die.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I've expired.
So yeah, are we going to make our way out and?
I'm going to go and have a
fix
look
boat?
up. I think he's sitting on a chair
I'm just having to sit down.
and then these two beside you.
Yeah, let's just go back. Take even
Instead
longer.
of
if we have to
taking
go
the
back
chair
again.
back to the boat, you're just sitting on it.
I'm tired.
It's like fuck you guys. Sitting down.
We say the chair.
You're going to get naked and lie
Can
where
we
that guy
stick-
is.
turn the manticore head upside down and stick the chair?
This guy's got the right idea. Okay.
So who's doing what?
I'm going to go look up.
Okay, so
I'll go up as well.
you two go up.
No, we might as well have a look.
As we're here, like... There could be treasure!
Can I get up any quicker using my rope of climbing as well?
You definitely can.
It's just a long way up.
Cowman, stop him from running off
We're on a
again.
time crunch.
Well, this is why
Well, we
if
can
we're on a
follow up,
time
right?
crunch, we might literally just go up there and we're at the surface. Or we go all the way back underwater, get to the
He
boat,
already
fix
said
the boat,
it's like
float
80
back.
80 trips with the.
No, we are like a mile underground.
Yeah. It's like.
Well, isn't that from that other section?
Well, yeah, but we
Yeah,
haven't
but
gone up.
we haven't changed level.
So from you looking up at this,
If only
and
we've gone down to get the
with
chair.
your light, you can see it's maybe like a spiral of about like a 10-minute walk before it tapers off anywhere. So if you go off from these two, you're gonna have to go at least a 10-minute walk away to sort of see what's next.
Alright, let's just go to the fucking boat.
Yeah, go on
Let's just go there and get back. And
Okay.
in. Me and you just suddenly.
So yeah,
change
you
our
walk for a
minds
couple of
completely.
minutes. You walk for a couple of minutes and you look around and you're like,
you get like half a spiral
You're
up.
getting weaker and weaker on
yeah,
your
yeah,
feet.
yeah. You could because
Like,
obviously the way spirals work, you go one spiral up and you go, oh fuck me, it carries on going. Okay, nope,
That's the
nope,
same.
nope, nope, nope.
So me and John on a different bit now?
And you're like, maybe Tyler was right. Never tell him I said that.
So you make it. So you start going up and then you come back, and apparently Yarrick falls into the void and dies. So yeah,
No,
you.
I do a dexterity check and grab
guys,
him.
I'm just gonna.
As he's about to go into the void, I try to grab
Okay.
him.
So what I'm going to ask you all to do
Don't steal him from the void.
is I want all of you to make dex checks.
Stop trying to lone wolf it.
But with
into the void.
advantage, because you're all helping each other through, rather than sporadically lone wolfing
Well,
it.
Should I just roll at like.
Does anyone want to share my fun bag?
Yeah, roll it regularly.
19.
19,
12.
12.
Hang on, does my proficiency help in this as well?
Yes, it does. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna add. I'm waiting for the total target.
I'm
Total
so
number.
glad you said with advantage, because otherwise I was on a nat one.
Oh, you drown. Straight up drown. Garen is dead.
So that's a 19.
Yeah, 19. Dex check with advantage. Stop texting and pay attention, you nonce!
God, I just want to get back to the
Texting, I
town
was
now.
just checking the
It's been like
notification.
3 sessions. I've just been stuck in a cave.
That's.
It'd be nice to be around like
Uh,
civilization and people and not have to worry for my life.
Going stir crazy.
Dex, right?
Yeah.
You just
Straight
decide to
dex.
stay
Yeah, straight
here and
dex,
live in the
no
little
skill.
village.
Can I
You
use
just
my?
decide to stay here and live in the little village.
Can I make this intelligence somehow?
I'm so smart that the dexterity wouldn't.
I can see time slower than everyone else because I'm so smart.
What did he roll as it is? Is it an,
2.
like, is it going to just be
so it's
enough
plus
anyway?
2.
I'm looking for cumulative number, so I'm adding up what everyone's
I mean, I
rolled.
rolled 21. so
21.
does that-
Yeah. So I think
2 with advantage.
between these two
Oh,
very
with
high
advantage.
numbers.
Yeah. He said roll with
Yeah,
advantage.
because you're all helping each
Oh.
other. You're all sucking each other off.
That's a 2 again.
Amazing, amazing. With the cumulative number,
To be
you
fair, I
you
rolled
are
very well
all
every other roll this
you
session.
all do well enough to make it through with no further hiccups or pains. You beat my target number. You make your way out of the cave,
All thanks to
dry
me.
off, and you make your way to the boat. You attach the chair, and
He instantly
suddenly
pumps his bum in it.
suddenly like the whole boat just starts to.
What does it make Transformers?
Who's piloting?
How many points did we beat the target by?
10.
Hey.
10 points.
Oh, you're welcome for those 4 points.
I'll get on the helm.
So yeah, you're like, I have the most captaining experience. Fuck you all. Jump straight on
Sit
the
down. You
boat.
want to address me as captain from
I am.
Roll, you dogs!
And inside you're like, inside,
It's a whip from
inside you're like, I'm captain of something again.
Because the Kinku Jack.
I just have like a piece of fabric that I found, right, Bloody Betty, and have like a little flag.
You stick it like Officer Bloody Betty number 2. You're like, yes.
I use my magical tinkering to make it more official looking,
You like actually inscribe it on
but I
there.
still leave the blood
Yes.
as effect. But as I do that, the spell effect on the urn we gave to the other team fades.
Amazing.
So what did we give them?
You gave them an urn with a spell effect, but if he reuses it, the other one has to fade.
But
I only get 2 at a time.
So the urn that you gave to him, what was actually?
That now
It's just
that now
like-
fades.
It was just
It was just a urn.
It was just
Yeah,
a
it was just-
But it had,
random jar.
had a convincing inscription on it. So you
They're going to be feeling very
all
silly.
hop aboard. You all hop aboard the boat.
I've been raiding the clock tower for hours and they just
On the
It's been 2 days.
On the surface, they've already won. They've already got it all the way to.
yeah, well, they're
No,
looking
this
for
is the urn.
they're looking for the second
I'm gonna
item.
say for the
As
first
they hand it to
and
him.
for the first time in
They're
3
like,
sessions,
I'd like to talk to
you're
the manager.
seeing the overworld map.
Oh, thank fuck.
Yeah,
We don't
you
get accosted by space whales.
in about
Row,
for about 10 minutes you fly up. And you're like, are you gonna just fly straight to his estate? Because you could fully just fly straight.
Fly straight to his
estate.
house.
Yeah.
So yeah,
the shade
Is this
spire where
like
we
a
hopped off
flying
before.
carpet, essentially?
Just burst through his bedroom window.
It is effectively a flying carpet.
But we just have it.
Just
I mean, it's a
drop it,
whole
pause
it's a
that,
whole
and
fucking boat, right? It's not like a flying carpet where you can roll it up and store it easy. The thing is, it's a whole boat.
I can carry a boat on my back.
So like
Bag of
actually like you can't you have to
Like rowing boat size.
if you once you get a pirate rowing boat size, once you get a pirate ship you can just store it on the side of
On
the
the
pirate
ship.
ship. But you've got the thing of like it's not so game breaking because you still have to store it and it is the size of a boat. It's not like going to be very easy to use inside a dungeon.
So when we go on this like trip, we can be like, yeah, we got a dinghy for you. Like,
Well,
Oh yeah, this isn't even the quest.
Oh,
This is the
sorry.
test to see if we can get on the
This is the
quest.
test.
Yeah,
What boat then? Are we sort
This
of
is
restricted
tutorial.
to this is like landing outside of the
It's been
rock or
like
in
4
water?
sessions on
So-
the tutorial.
The thing is right. Like, so the air pocket that a ship has is related to its size.
Yeah.
So outside of here is the vacuum of space.
Can we land it on land?
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
the point of having water then?
Well, that's
It's a flying ship.
yeah.
Okay.
What's the point of having
The water's there,
amphibious
drinking
vehicles?
water.
Yeah,
I was
that's
thinking like
drinking
we'd
water
have
for the
to
whole
moor it to
city.
like the side of the rock or land it in the water. They can land it anywhere.
Yeah, we can literally
Pop it in
park
mid-air.
it like just on someone's house.
So yeah, you fly over to the estate, and as you fly over the Dawn Spire and the Shade Spire, and you see all the markets and the people, and the nicer parts of the city. You go over Hall's Bridge and Todd
I can
Bridge,
see my house from here. I don't have one.
and then you
So
finally,
you're entering civilian airspace.
as you come towards the estates
Magic
district,
missiles on 3.
as you come towards the regal estates, you are met
Level 9
by
magic missiles.
2 guards in another one of these grifters, and
Line
they've got
them up.
like a mounted trebuchet on their boat, and they are one of the guards says, "Stop where you're going."
Mounted trebuchet.
It's more like a crossbow thing on a,
fucking stupid.
not a trebuchet, a ballista. Sorry. Sorry, it can launch itself.
There's a couple of little guys with a massive trebuchet.
The counterweight is the boat itself.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, sorry, trebuchet memes. I meant ballista.
James, you've got to do like art of it. You know, like,
Oh, I can't wait.
Well, fucking
Just
hell.
throw the boat upside down.
yeah, whenever they use it, the boat just like does a flip.
Right, and they
barrel roll.
stop you and they go, access to their estates is restricted.
You just lift up the
Do
magical head.
we have like a thing, like a poster or like something, like a missive from the Lord to say that we're on a mission for him?
Do
Can
any
I
of you
just
still have
try
your
this?
posters?
Right, just try this.
What are you going to try?
Pick up the manticore head and show him it.
They see it. They see a bit of cloth with a bloody head just sort of dripping from it, and they're like,
Well,
"State
I'd
your
like to
business.
show
What
them
is?"
How about we let someone with charisma handle this?
And then they see it and they go. They
Do
say,
it.
"That's well and good, but what's it for?"
I don't know, we might just be able to
I
pass
thought
this.
you would have been
talking to
informed.
We're on a mission from the Lord.
And one of them, they look at each other.
I'm a soul.
They look at each other and they go, "Oh, and which lord's that?" Because there's
There's
5.
The Lord
the
has
big
saved
one.
Jesus Christ.
It's Alexander. Big one.
The top guy. Everyone's your boss.
Alvander, you say? Now, what does Alvander want with that? A rabbit? You look like maybe, and you. What? You make sense. You three don't.
You realise he sent out a quest for people to come and get stuff from him.
He's set a challenge, right? A mission, a quest.
We're somewhat aware of some sort of challenge, yes?
Well, this is to do
This
with
is
that.
it.
This is that.
Someone make me a persuasion check, because they're a bit...
You got proficient in persuasion, James.
Should I do it?
You're
most charisma.
you're
I've got,
+4 in it
minus
now.
1.
Me?
Yeah, you're +4 in it, so -2 +4.
Fucking hell.
Oh no, sorry, that was deception, wasn't it? Deception
Yeah,
you're +4, so
plus-
persuasion you're just +2.
Oh yeah, but we're
So
not
if he's
lying.
-2, then he's just normal, is he?
Yeah, just normal. So whatever the dice says.
Do I roll 2?
You roll 1d20 and
Because I'm
add...
smarter
Is this a
than
group
them, can we
check?
make
What
the
plus is your
persuasion?
charisma modifier?
1.
Oh, I'll roll then, because mine's a +2.
Oh, okay.
But just because I'm smarter than them, can we make it? I'm joking.
Can I get advantage if he's supporting me?
If you're all sort of saying something and trying to support, yeah, roll with advantage, okay.
And then take off 2 because I'm helping.
I've got 18 on the first one. Is that good enough?
Roll the second one to see if you get a crit.
Nope.
Okay. I always say, like, when you roll with advantage, like, just
Might as
roll
well
the other
check
one
for the
just in
crit.
case
Just
you
in
get a
case,
nat
yeah.
20.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste
Just
a
in
nat
case
20.
you can do it slightly better.
So you say you weave them a very well constructed argument to explain
Do you want it
that
now
the
or in
Lord
combat,
sent you
like?
to get a thing,
could have
and then you remember.
We have a head,
Yeah,
we have his dead
decrease your odds
sister,
by
we're going to
using his
combine
now.
the two.
Yeah, so you tell them they love the sword and they go, "Oh, I'll tell you what, wait here, we'll go ask him," and they fly down.
I've got time.
They fly down.
As they fly down, can we just follow behind them?
You can.
You're the ship captain.
Go.
So yeah, you start like going flying, and they turn, and the person at the
Wait,
back
do you
turns
see-
around with the not trebuchet, the ballista, and goes, "We said stay where you are. I will fire if you don't stop."
Stay
Did you
where we were
suggest to
or behind you
follow
down
it?
the same distance.
And he turns to his mate and goes, "What one does he mean? What one did we mean?"
Do I use charm person or not?
Is it
If we
spell
come
or
with them,
fire?
then you won't have to find us again.
Just gotta fucking do what they're telling us to do.
And he goes,
To the police.
and he goes, just tell them to stay where they are now.
Do we
instead
fight
of,
them?
Right, stay where you are now instead of where you were before or where you were betwixt.
Can you remember
same
where
thing.
we are, or are you going to forget?
Will you remember?
We could just wait till they go.
Right,
and then
okay,
we'll go.
right.
How about we all get in the same boat?
We've decided
Could you tow us there?
you're going to follow us.
Oh, that's a good idea. We didn't think of it.
You're going to follow us. So you all go down to the manor and they say, right, now wait here at the gates. Actually here, not there or over there. And they go in for a minute, they talk to the guards at the gates, and you see just across from you, the other side, like waiting to try and go into the gate, having an argument with one of the other estate guards is the party that you tricked. And the orc is holding an entire church bell. and they're going, what don't you fucking imbeciles understood? We passed the challenge. We have the bell from the church, from the thing. We've won. Why won't you let us in, you fucking idiots? We've won. And he's getting like really red in the face. And he goes, look, we have the urn! And the guard starts laughing because it just looks like a normal terracotta jar. And he turns back and looks at it, and there's nothing there. And he goes, no, but we have the... And he opens it, and they didn't think to look inside it. There's just fucking rice inside it. He pours it out like...
There's rice in a fucking...
Terracotta jar, though.
It's like... would...
Please get the guards to send him to jail.
And he just looks absolutely deflated. And
Are we in like talking
Earshot.
of this?
You are, yeah.
We say, these people have been trying to trick you and trespass on under the Tremors estate. They're trying to break in and steal. I think you should have serious concern with them.
Add additional, just like damage.
And he looks at you and goes... Then one of the guard looks at you and looks at you, looks at his mate, looks at him and goes...
You're meant to be good at deception.
I am, yeah.
So bad.
And then the guard says, I don't think we're concerned about this rabble. Now fuck off.
Are you sure? Have you heard his voice?
He's not good at
Yeah, he's
deception.
And he's like, he goes, no, listen, just go and be an audience of the Lord. And he goes, fuck off, or I'll chuck you in jail. Now fuck off. And they all sort of throw their heads down, and the orc just puts the church bell on the floor. And they just walk back towards the rest of the city. Like, and the elf, as they go away, turns around and goes, I'll remember this.
I did offer to sell it to you, but...
And they just carry on walking. And then after a little bit of time,
Well, yeah, but you didn't pay now.
the
Sounds like Breaking Bad.
it's from
Firefly.
Outer Worlds.
Okay.
So what's the name of the fish people race that you were?
Oh,
They're not good at deception.
The fish people
Lucky.
race.
not proficient.
So the Triton you remember
Yeah.
from the forum comes out of the estate.
Lucky they don't see. Sorry.
The Triton comes out of the gate and says, "Can you show me the head?"
Unwrap
Is
it.
this a sex thing?
Yeah.
As a wise barmaid once said to me, is this a sex thing?
And you're like, "Oh, this must be a sex."
That's what she meant. I get it now.
Okay,
You see, you unveil the head, and they go, "Fantastic!" And he gestures to two of the guards. They come out of the estate, and they say, "May we take it?" So they grab the head, and they sort of
Creeper.
take it into the back of the estate,
What are they gonna do to it?
and they're just gonna fuck it.
I like that they know the word
Make a real eaten mess.
fantastic.
Fantastic.
Oh, fantastic.
And the Triton says, "Now, follow me. The Lord wants to meet you." And as you follow the Lord's assistant through the manor
No one
house,
can ever know where you've been.
you're led down a series of winding
Black,
corridors. They're dressed with purple and golds, and there's a triptych of tapestries depicting like what looks like a war against a writhing creature in space. You arrive at a sort of nondescript door, a lot smaller and less grandiose than the rest of the house. And he reaches into his pocket and unlocks the door. He leads you into a dimly lit office, and unlike the rest of the manor, it sort of lacks the, I guess, ostentatious displays of like grandiose wealth, you know.
Behind the scenes at a shopping centre.
And the walls are panelled in a dark wood adorned with only a few pieces of artwork. There's like shelves on one side of the room filled with neatly organised scrolls and tomes, and in the centre of the room is a sturdy wooden desk. And the Lord's assistant gestures towards 4 chairs in the room, gestures towards you to take a seat, and he takes a seat by a fireplace in the room. The desk itself is cluttered with papers and quills, and the only splash of colour in the room comes from the deep purple drapes that frame a window.
Purple drapes!
The flickering light of a single candle on the desk gives the room a very intimate atmosphere as you wait for the arrival of the Lord. After a moment, the door opens once more, and Lord Alvander enters the room wearing an ornate white-blue coat embroidered with constellations across it. His long, white, bright hair tied in a neat ponytail behind his head with slender hands with unnaturally long nails. He takes a seat behind his desk, and his expression is very serious as he prepares to discuss matters of you, and he starts by saying, I believe congratulations are in order.
Can I roll perception to see if he has a tremor?
If we're going to pickpocket him.
You can, yes. Can I pickpocket him?
What race is he?
17, 21.
17. So he
You've already told us the race.
holds himself with a steely composure. You'd imagine if he could do open heart surgery, there wouldn't even be the singlest judge.
Yeah, this other guy I'm going to try and steal from.
He looks at all of
What were you
you.
saying about open heart surgery, sorry?
He was asking to see if you had a tremor, so I was using it as an analogy.
I see.
And he says to you, from your journeys, what do you think you've learnt about me so far?
I think
kindness
this
and
was
friendship.
your sister.
And he gestures to his butler to collect the urn, and he says, ah, yes, Ash.
Ash.
It's about time she was avenged, and puts the jar down on his desk. So tell me, what do you think you've learnt of me?
I'm going to repeat exactly what I just did.
From, and he goes, and he repeats, from seeing the village.
The Nathan Fillion meme.
Well, you clearly don't come from the
You get your notebook
prestige
out.
I thought you came from.
He goes, no.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
I clawed my way up from that dust-ridden nightmare.
Literally.
That beast got unleashed on us through my predecessor's pure negligence, and from that moment I vowed to unseat him.
was
Years
quite the
of
fight.
plotting and scheming, and now I'm the head of the city's guilds, and he gestures towards the jar. Is just like dust. So now, thanks to you, my sister can rest.
Can I ask? You have had Paro some time, yes? Why wait until now to avenge your sister?
Had a lot on.
Yeah, you know.
Fucking busy, huh?
I've been
Things to do.
Manoeuvring. I've been manoeuvring things into place for a long time for this journey, and while I could have used resources at my disposal to get rid of the beast, I wanted the people that I was bringing on this adventure with me to prove they could do more than just fight and kill, although they do need to do that. They had to be resourceful enough to find a location from nowhere, to know the city's people, to manoeuvre their way there, to solve puzzles, and to best others through not necessarily over-the-table means. And from seeing that group outside, it appears you have done just that, and are a worthy group. So the answer as to why I waited is simply, I wanted to wait to the opportune moment.
From what you're saying, that you're making out that there's going to be a second part to this adventure.
Yes.
What?
What?
So,
You already knew that.
so on to business.
I didn't.
I'm 18.
Why we were there?
He forgets.
My assistants will pay you in kind.
Could you say it in Braille?
Dot 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 dot, bigger dot, smaller dot, rounder dot,
Got
dot
ya.
a dot. He goes, my assistant will pay you in kind for completing this task upon leaving, but I just wanted to see you in person before we left. The treasure we're looking for is in a very far away system, one that up until recently hasn't even been on the maps. It's a star system known as the Calamity. Its planets orbit a black hole, which is intent on absorbing the entire system. I've got access to the map. It's in the guild. I just need a few days to make preparations, and then we should be good to leave. So
What ship, what dock, and when?
I will call you to the manor house. I have my own private dock we'll be leaving from, and I will call upon you in 3 days' time. And with that, it's very good to meet you. And he stands up, Rutes nods to his assistant, and walks out. The assistant,
Shows us out.
Leaving
the assistant,
No.
the assistant opens a small jewellery style box and pulls out 4 little bags, each with 200 gold coins in them, and hands one to each of you.
And gold star stickers.
'It's 200 gold coins.
Good boy.
We all get a banana sticker.
Can I ask him, does he know who we are?
Do you know who I am?
Like, we're
And-
writing our names down on a slip of
And he
paper.
says,
Because I didn't write my real name.
rest assured, the Lord will be completing his research.
He's trying to pay your
Over the next 3
bank
days.
account to your
I'll
name.
have
that
you
doesn't
know,
exist.
I was one of the surgeons in the consortium.
Has he ever heard of the bloody Betty?
I was going to ask if he had shit.
And you're
If it doesn't know who I am.
escorted back out of the manor, and you are left outside the Viltremor estate. Let's take a quick break, and we can
Yeah.
get onto some role playing until 5ish.
Would you like to use... we're still in the place, right?
You'd know
City.
someone who could look after
In
the boat,
the
sure.
house.
You're stood just outside his estate now.
Fuck!
Do I actually wonder if
I meant
there
to
might
ask
be
him
anyone
if
in
we
the
could
docks
store
that
our thing with them
might
while,
be anyone in the docks
like,
that I know
our
that can be
while
like,
we wait
oh,
for the
boat.
quest.
You've probably got to just like pay for a parking space, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could pay to moor it.
Can we more in Amber Dock?
You've got the sailor background, so
Yeah.
that often gets you free shit. in
Plus, I'm
docks.
steering the boat, so that's where we're going.
So, so you
I do what we fucking want.
so you
If
will
you're
get back in the
you're going
boat.
where I'm going.
and you pilot it to the amber glass, so you're closer to where you all live anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you go to sort of moor it up, one of the dockmasters comes up to you like a charter and says, vessel name, please.
Bloody Betty 2.0.
And your name, sir?
You don't know who I am? Jacob.
It's like Jacob,
Rambler.
quote, Kelly, quote, how many days?
Oh, we need it for 3.
What's the parking tickets
3.
like?
3 for now.
How much for overnight stay?
It's 1 gold per mooring day.
That's alright.
Well, we could probably stay about 2 years.
We could just get 100, yeah.
We got 200 each.
But you started off.
Can we
with,
do a
like,
pay-as-you-go
190.
tariff?
You'd have to come back every day and pay me.
Well, not every day, but like we do a week at a time. So.
So 7 gold now.
If we just do 3 days for now, because that's when we're being called back.
Okay, 3 days then.
So you hand the man 3 gold, and he takes down all of your details and goes, "Okay, this boat will be safe here." And it's like there's loads of massive galleons moored up, and then just your little dinghy.
Taking up an entire galleon space.
And I was like, "Okay."
It's a goal for a galleon.
No, there are like there's like a
they-
dock. There is a dock for the smaller boats.
Well, I just like the idea of it being a golf, but because we're taking the space that a galleon would take, and they're not going to charge us less because it's a smaller vehicle.
What's the problem? It's a pirate ship.
So yeah, your boat's situation is now handled.
I just take a moment quickly to alter the flag to say slightly less at the top.
Slightly less Bloody Betty.
Yeah. Or slightly Bloody Betty.
Right.
Okay, so the city is your oyster.
The bloodied Betty.
I'm going to start with Crystal Tongue.
So, I guess we're all under the assumption that we've got stuff to do. Come back and meet here
I think you need
in a bit.
some coffee and a sleep.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, you look at him and he is looking like really worn out, and
not
Even more
only-
so.
his worms are more wormy than normal.
Okay, I'll probably have
I
a.
was going to offer you to crash in my room at the pub or the inn.
Thank you. I'll take
But,
the. Whereabouts is it?
after what after what that mysterious voice that talks to us all just said,
You hear it too?
I'm less convinced. After that fourth wall break.
I'll sleep in the boat.
Sleep in the boat.
So you're just like, guys, I'll see you in 8 hours, and you just flop in the boat and
Yeah.
instantly asleep.
What am I recovering?
The I placed the bloodied manticore rug thing fabric over him.
Like
up
Sim's
then?
falling asleep with the lullaby.
And then they go, no, Bloody Betty.
And people walk past going, oh yeah, I get it. Bloody and blood, yeah.
And go, oh, I get it.
I'm going to say
Fucking
that
arcades.
you recover your exhaustion. So your rolls after this long 8-hour sleep, your rolls will be all back to normal,
And health?
and your health is up to full. Yeah,
I still had the 2
If
temporary hit
anyone
points
asks,
thing.
it's
I
an
don't know
art
if that-
installation.
that disappears after a long rest. So
That's
you're yeah. Right, Garen, go on over the sun mains.
Right, well, I've got lots of people to go and see and talk to, so I'm going to start I'll
Click
wave off to
campaign.
these boys, and then I'm going to go...
Firstly, are you going to agree a time and place to meet back up again?
Can I talk to him before he goes?
You can.
Like now? Oh, now.
Yeah.
I remember you said earlier you might know someone I could sell items to.
Yeah, do you want to sell it now?
Some sort of contact I could visit would be helpful.
A shop?
Fuck, where's the building, Tom? What is the building?
The building.
Where I
Forget
sell
the
the
edition,
shit
so called
to
Tom.
the Mercane. The auction place.
It's just down here. On Ambergate Grove. It's called the Mercane House.
Joe wouldn't be able to sell anything himself there, would he?
He has to. Yeah, you have to display appointment only.
Why
Right.
can't you mention his name or something and then...
I'd have to ask Sylvain to set up a cell. My boss.
Fuck. Alright.
I don't know. I was just like, Tom, you making the rules. Just let him do it.
And this is the only person you would be able to know.
He's my contact for pretty much everything that I do
Perhaps
around here.
What if you gave the stuff to him to sell?
I don't think that would work.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps you could mention my name and
Yeah, I'll pass it along. What is it? I've forgotten. What are you trying to sell?
Just some general items I may have.
Oh, you just have stuff.
Yes.
I might need
a
some
name.
specifics here. It's
Things.
kind of an auction house and pretty official stuff.
Antiques, some jewelry, maybe some magical trinkets.
Okay, that'll do.
You've got magical trinkets.
You're a snake.
Okay, I can tell him, and I'll let you know what I get told in return.
That would be helpful. Then, yes, I would find you at the Lonely Mercane if I need you.
Yeah, you know where to find me. I'm always.
So are these two splitting off?
Yeah, I'm now
I'll
off to the
go myself,
Mercane
yeah.
to go see my boss man.
Raffy, you got any? Raffy. Have you got any plans?
So it happened a lot in Critical Role Campaign 2 where they accidentally referred to him as the previous character name.
Have you got any plans?
I've just come up with a minor plan if I'm not tagging along. So,
Going on a minor tour of the city.
minor tour to where I'm staying.
one of you's
If I'm not
there.
tagging along with either of these two, if I'm not keeping my beady little or my big Minotaur eyes on,
You're trying to keep your eyes on me all the way around the city.
stealthily trying to follow you around the city.
Walking around with his eyes like going all over the place.
You're suspicious of me, and now I'm suspicious of you.
So
without
are
even
you-
realising you're suspicious of me.
So are you accompanying him to the Mercane then?
Where was I staying again?
You're staying in a bar that's like here.
Is it where the and is?
Yeah, so where the point of the and is.
Where's
You've
the
heard of the
Mercane?
Andes.
The Mercane,
And the sheed word.
it's there.
Okay, and where are we now?
At the markers.
Over there.
Okay, and where am I staying? I'm joking. I mean, I'll head in the same direction with him for a
Tom,
bit.
we need some town music.
We do.
I'm assuming before we all split up, we didn't think of this at the time, but retroactively we arranged a place to meet.
We're just back at the boat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if
I don't know.
Jacob would get up and
Start
I'm
wandering.
gonna meet them at the inn.
Come and find me in 8 hours.
Just wander around going, Jacob!
Jacob!
So
Has anyone seen a dead crow?
if these
I've
guys,
heard of the
if
bloody
they finish whatever
Virgin.
they're doing and they go to the cave,
Never really
they'll go
asked
there. I'll
about
come and
the
meet them
bloody
after my 8
magic.
hours.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just thinking
that
of
works for
like
me.
time.
Yeah, so you'll just come and meet them. Yeah, I'm
Slightly
guessing you just arranged to meet at the bar after he's had his kip.
Cool.
Right.
I'll head back to where I'm going. To my.
Darren, have we got any more of that rum?
So you're gonna go to the inn.
Is there a market around the general vicinity of where we're walking?
The sort of only
Or, general store sort of
general store. Yeah, there is
places
a-
I can pick random tiny bits up on the walk back to the bar.
I'd say there's a good couple of like market stores you could stop at. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just looking. Essentially, I just want to make a few more fun bags while they're off doing their thing
Okay.
and spend hours making it.
So yeah, as you're walking along, you see someone that's selling like leather satchels.
Just quick. So
So
are
leather
we,
sacks. Sorry.
are we? Is he like en route to meet us there now? Or have we been there and now we're going out again?
So they're heading towards the bar while
They're
you're
heading-
kipping.
okay.
Yeah. So on the way you find someone that sells like leather sacks, similar to what you used to make the fun bag, but a more like refined version of it. And you buy however many you want. How many you want to buy? 4? 3?
6.
6. Okay, so yeah,
Oh, no, let's say 8. No, 10.
Why do you need
so
so many of them?
he charges you 2 silver per, so that is
Jeez.
20 silver, 2 gold.
Got anything you can throw in? I asked that awkwardly.
And he sort of looks around and goes, drawstring? For one of them?
For your
Just a
fun bag.
drawstring.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Screw it. Yeah.
He's like a leather worker that's mid like tanning some leather and stuff, and he's like, oh fucking no, drawstring.
Yeah. Oh, take it.
So you have 10 leather sacks and a drawstring.
Cool. I'm assuming I need to account for a little bit of margin for error, because.
Yeah, we're gonna make some
But
tinkering
also, I
rolls.
wouldn't mind making a couple of extra just in case we need to.
Yeah, I'd say like if you're doing it on the fly, then we can do like minor things for like using spell slots. But if you're crafting stuff, we can use like downtime rules. to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
that. Yeah. Okay, so you round off your way to the Lonely Mercane. Are you still with them at this point, or are you going back to your bedroom?
When we get to my bar, because they're walking slightly further to the Mercane.
So yeah, you stop off, and as you make it to your bar, you're like, right guys, I'm gonna go in for a bit. You carry on making your way to the Mercane. I'm gonna come to you in a second. Are you still with Garen?
As they
He was going off, wasn't he?
As we part, I just turn to you and go, keep an eye on that one.
It'll be fine.
Terran is already gone.
Yeah. He takes that opportunity
It'll
to
be
just
fine.
So are you following Garen?
What, he's going to Lonnie McCain, isn't he?
Yeah.
I would like to visit my stash. Is that the same route from?
Moustache.
Your stash is like all the way up there.
Yeah,
It's roughly the same. Let me move the map.
because I mean I could walk with him a bit of the way.
Yeah, so you accompany him to the door of the Mercane, and as you get there,
You dart off.
you sort of like, in a bit, we've got some shit to do. Garen, you walk into the Mercane. It's now middle morning, about just before midday.
You're pretty dead in there.
It's pretty dead. They're sort of cleaning up from the night before. You see, in like the back area of the bar, there's like a massive stack of like glasses that they're working through, washing up, and Sylvain's just sat on a table off to the corner with like the ledger book, and he's just counting like some stacks of coins and marking it in his ledger and stuff like that. And he's still got his bandage on his arm.
Yeah, cool. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight to Sylvain's office or wherever. Yeah, and just like Sylv, I've got so much to fucking tell you. I've been on a mad adventure.
So yeah, he goes, okay, closes up his ledger, grabs all the coins.
Yada yada yada.
You
Quick
load up
summary of what
YouTube
we've
with the
done.
recording.
Yeah, so you tell him about your day, about the adventure, about the fact that you managed to hone your inner powers, and he goes, "Oh, really? Let's go
I
to
felt a
the
change.
let's go to the target room." And he pulls out
Miss,
a
miss,
wooden
miss.
box, opens it, and pulls out a pristine flintlock pistol, and goes, "Try this on for size."
That one, okay. Am I doing any rolls here, or
Make an attack roll with advantage. Make an attack roll with advantage.
that's what's it going to be?
D20, your dex and your proficiency bonus, please.
16.
So that's plus your dex plus your proficiency
Yeah,
bonus.
10 with all the ads.
So I said with advantage, so roll again as well,
Oh,
just in case.
20.
20. So you make an aim at the target, and you summon a stellar blast from your list, and you see almost like a light come from your heart all the way down your arm, like a single line. The pistol doesn't actually use any of its ammo, but a blast of pure energy
glows.
shoots out of it, pierces the target, and it just. And he goes, "Ah."
Oh, you're making me want to play Wolfenstein again.
Goes,
I was
"I
already
see you've
getting there.
practiced well, Garen. That pistol is yours to keep."
Oh, wicked. Now give me the other guns.
So you have a flintlock pistol
Cool, let me in.
from the list I
Doesn't
sent you.
take ammo.
Only if
Through
he
my
uses his
powers.
powers.
Oh, okay.
If he uses, because it costs
Powers.
it costs key points instead.
Oh, okay.
It costs IKEA points.
Yeah. Quick item. So just what handgun?
It's flintlock pistol. I put down the stats for it somewhere.
I just had a slightly smart idea.
What's the range on it?
50/150. It deals 1d8 piercing damage, so it's 1d8 plus dex.
Wait. What was it?
It's a very chill Game of Thrones cover.
I was about to say, is that Game of Thrones?
No. You gain proficiency in firearms. For you, one-handed firearms count as monk weapons. Where was the thing? I thought it mentioned somewhere about using my martial die, but I think that's just for certain bullet arts.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, it's a plus dex plus proficiency to hit, and then the damage is just plus dex.
Okay, so it's a 1d8 plus
Dex.
dex, not plus proficiency as well.
Yeah, no, because the d20 is dex and proficiency.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. So that would be plus 6.
Yeah, to hit is plus 6, damage is just whatever your dex is. Plus
Oh,
the
right,
D8.
okay, so the damage is plus 4 then. And 2 hit. Well, I'll do that in the other bit. It's going to be here. Can I ask Sylvain about his bandages and where he went?
Yeah,
and-
first thing to add is also on the pistol it's 4 shots to reload.
Okay.
So 4 shots till reload.
So to hit was +6, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, dex and proficiency.
Yeah. And then damage is 1d8. +4. Sick. Right, that's...
So yeah, what do you say to Garen?
Thank you. Cheers, mate. Thank you so much.
Sorry.
I've always wanted, I've always watched you in your training in the shooting range. I've always wanted to have one of these, so I'm so happy.
You've shown that you know. You've worked hard at this.
I've always wanted
Now-
one of these.
You ask about you ask about my arm. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
you
best
left and you came back with an injury.
maybe it's best I start with a question.
Who
When
the hell do you
you
think you are?
this music is way too jolly for me.
Yeah.
You know the pants out the window story?
Yeah.
I just remembered another one, but I didn't throw my pants out the window.
Can you come back to later?
There we go, that's more
Okay, more ominous. Yes. When you look at this district, Garen, what do you think? What you see, the people, and the struggle.
It's dark. Yeah. I'm not the
And-
smartest, mate.
What would you say if I was to want to put a stop to this struggle?
It's going to take a lot, isn't it? We have the Il Mercato everywhere.
And he says, "Follow me," and he takes you to what looks like an inconspicuous wooden panel in his training room. And he knocks twice, and it opens, and he leads you into a dark room. And you can hear some shuffling, and he lights a lantern and hangs it on the wall, and you see there's a wooden chair, and there's a person with a sack over their head, hands bound behind them.
Oh, fucking hell. Taking
There's like
hostages.
blood and like a couple of teeth on the ground.
Chart for a pyramid scheme.
And he
on the
says, "This piece of filth," and spits on the ground. Is which one of them is it? Sorry, I've got to go through my list of people.
Something one of us, isn't it?
One time.
This is your rabbit friend. No, this is
Hang
a
on,
person
don't tell me
they
after.
call Arrow, one of the Il Mercato lieutenants, and he punches him in the chest
Arrow?
from behind the circle. He's like, and you hear.
Wow.
And by the way, he's huge. Like he's,
Yeah, so
you see, he's
fucking big.
yeah, but you see like the guy in the chair. He's got like grey skin, and you see that like it's a Goliath. So they're already pretty
Fucking
tall
hell.
humanoids, tied up. And goes, "This piece of filth is the start of my conquest. I am taking this city for us. I'm going to dethrone the whole syndicate. Your friend Flower has already been instrumental in helping me. She captured this shitbag for me.
She is good.
And they'll find out soon.
Sorry. You're like,
They'll find out soon that I have him. And they'll find out what moves I am making, and they may come for the Mercain, the tavern. But when push comes to shove, Galen, can I call on you?"
Any day. Seriously.
And
It's not even that
he
funny.
Just innocent shopkeeper.
finally, like just keep
and he then
thinking this stuff.
pulls one of his pistols out of the holster, puts it against the guy's head, and just shoots him dead.
Oh, okay.
Goes, "Your friend Flower is going to drop off the body at their house, and then it'll start.
And she'll be okay.
She'll be fine. They won't see her." And he leads you out of the room, shuts the door again, and says, "Enjoy your rest.
Don't need it.
Things are about to get dangerous."
See me there covered in fucking blood and fucking Birdman worms.
This city is about to get dangerous, or more so than already. And yeah, he gives you some ammo for your pistol. We're not tracking ammo because it's boring, but he gives you some ammo for the pistol and some extra gunpowder, and says, "Take your rest. I'll see you later." And he stays in his back room for a little bit and pulls one of his firearms off the side and starts like tinkering with it and dismantling it.
I'm just gonna fucking go to my room because I'm at half health and I
Yeah,
need a long
you
rest.
go up to your room and you take a nice 8 hours.
Lovely.
Alright, who out of you two wants to go and do something
That's
next?
right, I just laugh because You said yes, but your head went like that.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm uncontrollable with my fucking head bobble sometimes.
I was like,
your mouth says
No.
yes.
I think that was a subconscious reaction to like what you've just witnessed. You're
Yeah,
like,
it was like
"Oh."
when your mate shows you something you're not that into, and you're just like, yeah, cool,
Nice.
cool. You don't know
Yeah,
how to
alright.
react.
out of you two, who wants to do stuff next?
All I want to do is make my fun bags, and I thought, well, seeing as I want to make
Fun bags.
Yeah. So you go into the inn, and as you walk in, the innkeeper goes, "Oh, letter came for you," and just sort of hands it to you, and you can see it's got the seal of your parents' household on it. And yeah, you head up to your room.
Open that in a bit. What was it? I realised where I bought 10 bags. I could do a D6 plus my intelligence modifier, because then that gives me, like, my intelligence modifier gives me the 4 that I want to make, and then the D6 is however many more I get out of it.
So we're going to do a. It doesn't list any rules for like making stuff, does it? On your
No.
So it's sort of up to us to work out how this works.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna say it's a tinkering check with your tinker's tools. And for each one that you want to make, you've got to make a DC 10 tinkering check.
That is
Fucking hell.
tinkering a.
So tinkering is a tool. So I don't know if you've got expertise with that one or not.
Why do you need so many fun bags?
Oxygen bags.
He's got a plan, I guess.
You only got one bag.
So do I need to do 10 rolls?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a bit of a mistake, but yeah.
What did we say tinkering was?
So it's your tinker's tool. So it's an intelligence check,
Okay, intelligence plus.
but using your tinker's tools as well.
Plus proficiency.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's plus 6.
So yeah, it's 10.
1. Oh, nat 20.
So yeah, I was going to say you make 2 for that.
Cool.
So that's 2.
Spawns an extra one.
It's like when you're doing any sort of crafting game and you get the right perks.
You get that bonus success. And you get free shit.
So that's 2 out of 10.
Yeah. 19.
That's one more.
Jesus.
That's a 5 plus 6.
11. So that's successful.
Get +6 for this.
Basically, if you roll less than 4.
Nat 10.
If he rolls less, so basically it's what if he's got 15% chance of failure.
7.
So it's what 7 on the dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
2, so that's a failure.
Mhm.
10. 7, 8. 2 more. 16.
Go on the rolls.
15.
Yeah.
Damn, 9.
Yeah, there's no rules in the dungeon on like crafting this shit, so I'm sort of like making it up. But,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And the thing is, it's a bag that lets you breathe air for 5 minutes. It's not like it's going to break the game.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking my intelligence plus a d6, so that way I could roll a 1 and then I get 1 extra. Or I could roll a 6 and I've got perfect.
Yeah, I'll just do. It'll be tinkering checks with a DC that I decide based on what you're trying to make.
Cool.
I mean, like I said, like every number on a D20 is 5%, right? So when someone says, "Oh, you now crit on a 19," that's actually 5% higher chance of getting that.
Yeah.
Right. Dice map.
Yeah.
Dice map is fun.
Yeah, it goes from 5% to 10%.
Yeah.
That's
So
one
when-
of the only positives of being a champion fighter.
Mm.
Getting your lower crit numbers and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think like level 19 or 20 it goes to 18.
Yarrick. Inric.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go to my stats
And then long
first
rest.
if I can.
Yeah. So you as you're moving through the city in daytime,
Oh fuck, it's daytime.
I want you to make a stealth check as you're maneuvering through the city.
Go on the roofs.
10
Assassin's Creed.
plus right, dexterity is that? I assume?
Yeah.
And I assume I'm proficient, so 16.
Okay. How does Yarrick move through the city?
I'm gonna try and pick some fairly busy areas and just move as ordinarily as like.
So yeah,
Shoulders touch
you
walk through the crowd.
sort of like Assassin's Creed, like put your hood up.
I'll
get
find
you-
4 scholars and I'll
Yeah. All the way across the entire
Yeah, but
city.
you so from the Mercane, you take the main thoroughfare, the Shades Causeway, and keep yourself to crowded areas of lots of people. Keep your head down, keep as inconspicuous as you can. Just look like a normal dude, stroll about town. 2, 7. Yeah, you were good. As you're walking down, you see a few like El Mercato foot soldiers walking around, hassling people. But they pay no notice to you. You manage to get round to your stash scot-free.
And can I make a perception check before I go in?
Absolutely.
16
16.
plus something.
You make it to their pop solid.
Perception 18. Solid 19. 19.
19. So yeah, you look around. You take a really good amount of time to check your surroundings, check who's watching, check who's eyeing you out, and you don't really see any people. Just there's like I guess there's a random owl, just chilling somewhere, flies off after a little bit of time. Do you go in?
Pretty much
Yep.
how I do my
So you go into the abandoned house where your stash is,
Yep.
and what are you depositing?
I'm depositing 200 gold.
Rabbit droppings.
200 gold. Yeah.
No, where's my pencil gone?
But I'll run out of space. I might not.
Yeah, he's giving us a good.
200 gold. I'm going to hold on to that bracelet. Have I still got the chair? No, it went to the
No.
boat, isn't it, of course.
It's on the boat, isn't it?
It's attached to the boat.
Yeah. 200 gold. Are you going to someone else or am I doing more?
Along the way, we need to.
How many have you got now?
Have you got anything that you actually want to do?
How many?
9.
Or are you just going to start rationing up?
Trying to make like a really big
I think I might visit that old one.
One way that can hold all the
For
group.
big fun.
Okay.
just getting some.
So
Submarines.
maybe another
Go
stealth
with
check.
my fun bags.
I'm like, as you're manoeuvring around the city, I'm going to be asking you for stealth checks quite a bit. 3
So
on the dice.
+4 and so +6. So
Joe's just visited his Scrooge
That's
back
like
room.
So you go the short
Take a
distance
dive
from
into,
Caspar's End up to Marshall Square, and as you round the corner of Marshall Square,
I keep forgetting they're named after our
Yeah,
characters.
you feel someone tap you on the shoulder. Excuse me, mate. Can you take off that mask? And you see he's like got a dagger under his belt, and he's like holding it like that, and he goes, "Can I see under that mask?"
can I get a sense of who this guy is? Can I?
He's got
Then I get the sense of who you are.
he on the other side of his belt
You're going to the pub?
is like a small
What?
red
Who?
flag with an eye on it that
What, going
sort
King
of
Ted?
signifies he's one of the Omakase.
If you're still there when we finish, I'll come around and meet you if you want.
Why would that be important? I have a scar under here, and I'm a little self-conscious about it.
He goes, the same thing is,
I've got to help
there's someone matches your description that was seen around here that we've been looking for, and I just want to check you ain't him.
How would you know from seeing my face?
I know what the fucker looks like, but
It's
not
got a
under
drawing
the
in
mask.
like crayon on a piece of paper.
So do you want to take it off, or am I going to have to rip it off your face?
Out of luck,
Now-
not out of skill.
Can I ask? You are after Jarek Heinrich, aren't you?
Yes.
So I might be able to give you some information about him.
You've
I'm
seen
not
him?
It's
but
me!
I do know him. See, we have a similar.
Roll a deception check. Make a deception check for me.
God's sake.
Oh, fucking hell.
And there you go. And he, on a 2, he goes, you see, that name,
He's here.
it's quite popular on the common folk, so it's not surprising you'd know it.
Thanks.
But I ain't taking no chances, so do me a favour and take that mask off for me. Let me see your face.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Where I am, are there, like how many people are around?
They're about
Is it
on Marshall
crowded?
Square. They're about 4 or 5 people. One person's like with like a wash bucket cleaning their clothes.
All of us are like miles away as well.
There's another person like beating a carpet outside their house.
Not much of a crowd to disappear into there.
About 5 people that you can see in this area.
And how far am I from learning Mercane?
Dagger!
Silent combat.
I said here to here was like a 10-minute walk, didn't I?
Yeah.
Last time.
So, that's
So-
about 10 minutes ago.
I'd say there to there, maybe 15 minutes.
Lucky dagger.
See you in a bit.
Alright, I was just trying to think, is there any features about my... I don't have any features about my face other than the split that he'd be looking for is a...
That's a pretty big one.
And I haven't taken any knocks on my face or anything, so there's nothing...
Lucky dagger.
And goes, I'm not patient on time, mate. Make a decision now or I'm just going to do it for you.
Got very good movement. I reckon you can run.
Just bounce out of
I'm
the
gonna
A
way.
say-
lucky dagger that he found.
Okay, I will take off my mask if it puts you at ease, but first, I have
A
a
riddle.
letter you might want to read.
Make another deception check.
A riddle?
A letter.
Oh.
10... what's it? Charisma, is it?
That's your deception.
Yeah, charisma and then proficiency.
His
14.
mum saying he doesn't have to
14.
take off his mask. He's got an eye infection.
He goes, alright then. Stay where you are, reach down slowly to your bag and get that letter out.
What is
Right. I'm going to use sleight of hand here.
Yeah, I was
I'm
about
going
to
to try
say.
and get some of my ball bearings and throw them under his feet and then leg it.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check
He's
for
not
me.
moving.
Yeah, but he
Throwing
can't.
his shoes.
So that's 6.
That's a 6.
God, I'm rolling
Very
awful
powerful
for this.
people coming at you.
I've got double on sleight of hand proficiency, so
So that's 10.
Then plus
Music from
dexterity,
hands.
so 14.
Bug's life.
Sounds sort of like
It's from Treasure Planet.
Yeah. I knew it was from something.
Okay, so you reach into your bag,
Movie.
you throw down some ball bearings, and you book it.
I'm going to try and run towards the Learning Arcane.
Okay.
Fuck is it?
Okay, so on a 5, he goes to run after you. He trips over on the ball bearings and starts to pick himself up. Make a athletics check for me as you start to run away.
Natural 20!
Natural 20.
Fuck.
Fuck me. So you get a massive head start on him. He starts booking after you, shouting, "Oi, stop him! Stop him! Stop him!" And a couple of
Wow.
locals carrying a plane of glass are like crossing the street, and he's like, "For fuck's sake!" He pushes one of them over. The glass shatters on the floor. And he carries on running forward. Make another roll with advantage as well this time.
Gonna run past the,
18
past the guy.
and
But
1.
it's slowly going
18.
up.
Okay, so on an 18, you carry on running, and he rolls a 7. He loses you in the crowd, and he's looking around, and he goes, "Fuck!" and kicks a barrel on the floor. And then, like, as you're running away in frustration, you can see he just punches a random person in the street and walks off. Right?
It's an old man.
He just fucking knocks someone out in frustration. These mobsters are like the biggest pieces of shit you can imagine. Yeah, a bit punches some random dude in the
Critical
street,
damage.
and he just fucks off.
I actually punched his head off.
So you make
Jesus
it
Christ.
Police
back
brutality.
to the Lonely Mercane, and do you go in?
God, I wasn't. I guess I best now, really.
So yeah, you go into the neutral territory, and you sort of slump against the door like,
What a day.
That police brutality.
"Oh, they ain't police."
I didn't see that bit
I
anyway.
guess I'd better.
Ah, fuck.
There's that whole like toxic mentality of I didn't get my own way, so I'm just gonna fucking.
Sucker puncher fool.
Hey, look, in New York City right now, I don't know if you've read, but people are literally going around and sucker punching women for no reason.
I saw something about that.
Yeah, there's an epidemic in New York right now. Like, people are just going around and sucker punching women for no reason. It's literally like a group of incels.
New York.
A group of incels have just decided we're going to really start taking out on women, and they're just going around
And
fucking sucker punching women. Yeah. Okay. It's been. I'm guessing you're going to rest
Well,
at the
we-
Mercane.
No.
Where's Tom? Is he still at his
Is Garen
house?
about?
Oh, I
No,
need
he's
to
asleep, isn't he?
address
Garen
this
went to his
letter.
room.
I'm having
I
a
can't really
vigorous
sleep.
wank.
In the pub.
You can
Yeah, well, I have a room.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. He's at the
I
bar.
think I'd want to find some abandoned place.
He's got a gun for the first time in his life.
So make a investigation check for me. We can find
running
someone
hot.
to sleep.
Holding a gun.
Fucking
Well, 13, I think.
So you search around for about 10 minutes. You find a suitable abandoned house, and you lockpick your way in. And settle down on the floor for a sleep.
Family in there having dinner.
And they
Just say nothing the whole time and settle down.
just fucking
Oh.
kill you.
Just lay in the dog's bed.
Tyler Fervesson.
So now that I've
Made some fun
made my
bags.
fun bags, Yeah, I probably would have done that first because it was on my mind.
Funbags on my mind.
Looking forward to the jokes I can make out of it. It's a really shit autistic person joke as well. Like, the people aren't going to find that funny, but it's like it makes things more awkward by saying
People,
it.
we're the only ones playing it.
Well, yeah, I know, but like NPCs and that, like, just constantly saying hurt my fun bags. Anyway, yeah. So I see the letter with the kiss from a rose from my parents.
The seal. I get it.
Ah.
Always fast. So I guess being careful not to break
Wind.
the
Wax seal. So yeah, you carefully slice it open, and the first thing you notice is you open the letter, and the inside of the envelope smells of like nice, expensive herbs. It smells really nice, and it's printed on really fine paper. And basically, the letter says like, "I hope you're keeping well."
Here's 1,000 gold for the road.
We've heard some interesting stories about what you've been up to today, on the last 2 days, and would very much like to check in. If you could come over for lunch. I'm just giving you the gist of it. I'm not giving you their full prose.
I'm looking over my shoulders like, who told them? No, I just know they know people who.
They're in that
know
high
people.
society area where everyone talks, everything's gossip.
It's not who you know, it's who you
Yeah.
know.
So
And,
you don't make it to the Sky District very often.
Yeah, and there's basically like we just want to check in on you, see how you're doing, what kind of company you're keeping. Also, we need to discuss your allowance as well.
What allowance?
Exactly.
Man needs pocket money.
Love you lots, mum and dad.
Cool. Is there a time or date that they suggest on there, or is it just at your own convenience?
At your earliest convenience, yeah.
Day trip.
Come and see Mummy and Daddy.
Cool.
Go to bed?
Yeah, there's not really much else I can do. I just sort of, yeah.
No, you go. Okay.
That's okay.
And you go to bed. Okay.
Maybe I can get some money out of it.
Bristol tongue.
Yes, I've awoken.
As the first person to awake, you're not awoken by silence. You're awoken by a really tall, skinny, lanky elf
Oh god.
with a scar on his cheek, shaking the boat, going, "Oi, Jacob! Jacob, wake
Oh
up!"
fuck's sake.
I just bought something.
What? How's that sleep?
Do you remember me?
No.
It's Noah.
No idea.
No, Noah Bones.
You bastard!
He goes, "Don't you remember me from the Bloody Betty 1?
The more bloody.
The more bloody, the more than the less Bloody Betty, the normal one with the intestines on the sails."
My name rings a bell. From what I can remember, we used to be pirates.
We did used to be pirates.
I don't like the word
No, he's a game
did.
show host.
Well, a couple of the guys said they bumped into you, and I know you think like that giving up the life is an affront to piracy, but
Correct.
I want to show you our warehouse. Try and turn you over to the good side and look at all the money we have.
And what would this warehouse entail then? Silk and fineries?
Yes.
Well, I have been visited by a few of my crewmates who have talked to me about this warehouse, and apparently it's quite profitable.
We're making a load of money. I'm so rich.
Money's involved, it can't be all bad, I'm guessing.
So, do you go with him?
Well, tell me more about this warehouse first.
I just wanted to scrawl a note.
So it's
Like warehouse.
We actually got it for a steal off of this lovely fellow named
Stolen, eh? Pirates using the word lovely.
named Vidal Il Mercato. Wonderful geezer.
God.
And yeah, he actually let us pitch up in a warehouse right by his
Show me on this map.
right by his manor.
Okay.
And yeah, he's given us an absolute cutthroat rate for the rental of the storage space. He just insists that he keep a section for his own wares and has unfettered access to our sort of network of logistics and whatnot.
Does Petey the Stick work there still?
Petey the Stick's part of it, yeah.
Daffy Jones.
Daffy Jones. Oh yeah, he.
And your name again?
Noah
Bones.
Bones with a Z.
He's actually
Is that a rapper?
Noah Bones.
Okay.
Is it with a squiggle above the end?
Well,
Bonyas.
tell you what, Noah, you have intrigued me with this tale of warehouses.
And wealth, don't forget wealth.
And wealth. I have a few things to do, but maybe I can meet up there soon. What time would you lot all go on lunch break?
There you go. And he sort of looks at the clock tower and goes, 3 hours-ish?
Like a pirate asking about that sounds about enough time.
They go, so I'll see you there,
No,
yeah?
it's not the
3
pirate.
hours.
What time would that be?
I'd say like, I don't know. What time do you think Gristletongue would normally wake up naturally?
So what time do you think it is?
What time in the morning would Gristletongue's natural circadian rhythm wake him up?
Well, being an elderly person, he could either wake up at like 5:30.
Yeah, I'd say probably like 8 AM. They probably go for like, we go for tea at 8 AM. I was actually just walking to the warehouse now to start my day.
So 8, that's 11. 11?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah.
So he goes, alright, see you in 3 hours, mate. And he just sort of walks along. And you see that like, you didn't see this before, but one of his arms is like completely floppy, like there's literally no bones there. Like on Harry Potter when he fixed the thing, like
Hasn't even got a hook. Right.
Like
So I've got a couple things.
Slap people
a
in
couple
combat.
things I've got planned.
swings his body for momentum.
You can just about close his
So,
hand,
I have like a concept of what the Shade Warrens is like, don't I? As far as
yeah. You know what the Shade Warrens is like. You know like where the shops are.
Okay.
I think you've spent enough time looking at the map and walking around now that you've got your bearings.
Can I go to what's it called? The Goblin, whatever it's called.
You go to the
Goblin. I like that.
Groping Goblin.
You go to the Grumbling
That's
Goblin.
it. I'll go in there quick.
Goblin.
Oh fuck! Where's my Sharpie?
Can I call it the Grasping Goblin, sorry.
Grasping
Ooh.
Goblin, yeah.
Okay, so you go to the
Yeah.
Grasping Goblin, which is down
The
Because he grasps and he gobbles.
here.
Yeah, I'll pop in there quick.
Okay.
And go to the bar.
So you go to the bar, and hanging from the bar is a Hazardy, which is like a monkey person
Yes.
with a tail, and he's hanging upside down, and he goes, "Oh, hello again."
You there, monkey!
I mean,
Oh.
we prefer to be called Hazardy. Monkey is more of a
How's it
colloquialism.
if I give a shit? Have you got any pieces of paper?
And he points towards the latrine and goes, "For all I give a fucking shit, you can have some of that."
Thank you very much. So I take the
So you go to the latrine, and you grab like there's some like loose sheets of toilet paper, and you're like, "Ah, perfect."
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go to a table.
Okay.
How big are these pieces? Are they like?
They're like eight, yeah, like that size.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So what I want to do
Making paper
is,
aeroplanes.
because I wonder if I should say this in front of these guys or.
Do you want to
I
speak?
guess it wouldn't make much.
Do you want to speak in private?
Yeah, just quick.
They wanted to make some fun bags.
Because I think it'd be more fun if they're not.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna roll a cigarette. We'll go stand outside and discuss
Okay.
what you want to do, and they can stay here.
I'll go for a pistol.
Give me
While
the
he rolls,
rolling stuff.
When I
Yeah,
was
she's got
little and somebody, I was at a coffee one
Oh,
or
yeah.
something. Somebody gave me
level 3
a
health
cake.
pool.
Or like I
Good
asked
for
for
a
one.
monk, innit?
And I can't remember, my mum or the woman or whatever was like, and what do you say?
Oh, I'll pause it.
Right. So at the table, I'm
Yeah.
gonna write. I draw a little graph thing, like
Yeah.
a little list bit, and at the top, I write petition to help
Clean up the
improve
Shade
the
Warrens.
Shade
Yep.
Warrens.
Sign
Please,
here.
please sign your name below if you wish to be admitted to the committee to help clear up the Shade Warrens.
Okay.
What's this about? Sorry, I kind of forgot where we were at.
So he's just run up a petition to basically clean up the Shade Warrens on a bit of
That's what
paper.
it is.
But I thought it was just like a warehouse talking to fake.
No, he was in a bar.
Yeah.
So you draw up the petition, and
then I'm going to head to the Shade Warrens.
so you head through the Shade Warrens.
And let's say, like, is it the Mercane is in the Shade Warrens, isn't it?
Yeah, the Mercane is like where this one is.
Right. So, okay, let's say on the corner near the Mercane.
So on the corner of the Mercane, you find like a lamppost, and
Yeah.
you
Attach that on there.
stick the petition up there,
Yeah.
and then you carry on your way.
And then I want to now visit a gun shop,
Absolutely.
wherever one would be.
So yeah, you take about 20 minutes. You walk into the nicer mid-city district.
Mm-hmm. Mid-city. Can remember a rap album.
I'm mid-city fool. So you go in, you find a shop called the Fated Flintlock, and you walk in, and there is firearms everywhere, like flintlock rifles. There's like a Victorian style like rolling Gatling gun.
Fucking hell.
There's like a display case with loads of flintlock pistols in it, and then off to the side there's just like loads of barrels of gunpowder. And behind the
Like
counter,
the pick and mix scoopers in it.
yeah, and behind the counter there is a GIF, one of the hippo people. He's got gold-tipped tusks.
Oh, nice. I say as I walk in.
You walk and you go, nice. He goes, hello there, how can I help you today, sir?
Good morrow, my fine gentlemen. You wouldn't happen to have any explosives in this place, such as gunpowder or composites?
He goes, oh, it depends what you're looking for. So he goes, like, behind the counter.
An
and
explosion.
He pulls out, like, normal-sized sticks of TNT. And he goes, I got these TNTs, and I've also got loose gunpowder. And he points to the barrels over there. And then he goes, and if it's demolitions you're into, and he pulls out, like
It's fucking C4.
like a box about this big. It opens up and there's like straw inside with what look like they're sort of wrapped like TNT sticks, but they're much larger with a very long fuse.
Can I fit one of them in my bag? Would that be...
Yeah, you can fit in your bag. They're
Okay.
like this by this, so they'd like stick out the top.
I'd like one of them, please.
So one of those sets you back 100 gold.
What's the best you can do on it?
Make a persuasion check for me. So D20 plus your persuasion.
Wisdom. Oh, it's on top of that. 2.
2. And goes 100 gold.
How much for the smaller dynamites?
50 each.
Gold.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say 2 of them.
And so he pulls 2 of the TNTs out.
Fuck it, let's go one of the bigger ones as well.
He goes, okay, and he hands you one of the bigger demolition charges.
What's that
as well.
total?
That's 200 gold. You're buying 2 small and 1 large.
Okay.
He's brought a demolition charge and 2 sticks of
I
TNT.
didn't think of buying things. Oh, I thought I wouldn't anyway, would I?
Is there anything else I can do for you?
I think that'll be all for the day, mate.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir. And shakes your hand, and you make your way out.
Cool. Is there a bakery nearby?
There is actually, yeah, just across the way. You see a small like artisanal cafe called the Baker's Bluff.
Alright, let's pop in there.
So you pop into the Baker's Bluff, and there's like a long blonde-haired woman behind the counter with her hair straight back in a bun,
Yeah.
with like a pinny on, working behind the counter, like folding some bread into like knots.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, morning. She's like not looking up at you at all.
Good morning, bread lady.
Name's Sarah.
Than before.
Good day, Sarah. Good name.
Good name, Sarah.
It wasn't me the other day. To the bar.
I'm after a very special baked good for a good friend of mine.
Oh, okay. What sort of thing? She
A
now stops like knotting the bread and is actually looking at you.
a cake, I think, would be suitable.
Oh, bless her.
A sort of birthday cake.
A birthday cake. well, and
is going
she
on here?
gestures you towards
I mean,
like
what
a
part
glass
of the
like
first half?
case, and she pulls a what looks like a Victoria sponge out and goes, "I've got this. That'll be 2 silver."
Bigger.
How much bigger?
Sort of
Big enough to fit a person.
about this big.
I have got.
Poison.
She goes out into the back for a second, comes back, and she goes, "I can do that.
Yes.
10 silver."
You're sold.
No, you pass over 10 silver, and she hands over
The biggest cake
like
you've ever seen.
a cake like this big, by about this tall.
Yeah.
It's like
Too
2 layers.
small, yeah.
It's like 2 layers, like 1 tier and then a smaller tier like that.
Thank you very much.
She hands it over to you. Now you're carrying this giant cake.
Okay. Can I go to?
Okay.
Is there any alleyways?
Yeah, there's like a load of little alleyways just down here.
Lovely. Okay. In the alleyway. Right. Would I be able to?
I know what you're going to say, and yes, you can definitely
So I
stuff them
take
inside
the top bit off the cake,
there. Yeah,
and then in the body of the main cake,
yeah,
can I hollow that out
Yes.
and eat that?
yes, you can.
And then I'm going to put the building destroyer inside.
You're going to put the demolition charge inside. Yes, you do that,
And I
and
put the
you
top
put the
on,
top back on.
And then the 2 sticks, I was going to have that as
Like
Can I have
candles.
candles?
Yeah. So you sort of pull them out of the top of the cake to make the
The
fuses look like candles.
Yeah. Okay, now off to the warehouse.
So you run down here, and by this time it's been about the 3 hours, and you see Noah waiting outside of his floppy arm,
Changes mind.
and he's sort of there, like holding his arm, just sort of having a smoke, minding his own business.
No, you
And he
sea monkey.
puts out the cigarette and goes, "Oh well, that's a big cake."
It is. It's a bit of a peace offering.
Oh. And he goes, "Oh well, come on in." And he gets a key out, opens the gate, and pulls you into a warehouse. And there's like silks on the wall. There's a couple of looms that are doing it. You can see there's like a cabinet with like the silk moths inside it. They're just sort of doing their own thing. And you see Petey the Stick and also what was the other guy? Daffyd Jones are there at a table, talking over a map about like where they're going to go trading next and stuff like that.
Oh, what a lovely little warehouse you have here.
And he goes, "Oh, Crystal Tongue! Finally glad we could get you in the fold."
Yes, you've definitely turned me around from my evil ways.
Make a deception check with advantage.
Like we're all trying to have a semi-serious campaign with like obviously laughs, and James is like playing his own separate campaign. Comedy campaign.
6? Wait, 9.
9 plus 4,
See
yeah?
something cool?
Plus your... So plus your... So it's plus your charisma,
Plus 1.
and then plus 4.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Because it's deception, so it's plus 4.
So,
So plus what? So it's plus 5, so it's
9,
14.
10, 14, yeah.
And they go, "Oh,
I was
amazing."
reading it as wisdom for some reason.
And they go, "Just pop it down on the table over there. That's amazing, thank you."
Yes, see, the craftsmanship on the cake is rather
It's
excellent.
beautiful. Where'd you get it from?
I don't know, from bakery over there. You can see the 2 candles on the top.
Yeah, they're
Go
lovely.
around, my ex-shipmates. I'd like to
So
show you
they all
this
sort of
cake.
pause what they're doing, and a few of the workers there sort of have a look, and there's a couple of people that are in the warehouse that have got they've got like a little red brand on their belt with an eye on it, this like the Il Mercato symbol, and they sort of gather around too, curious about what they're looking at.
You there also, people. You must have kids and families. I would like to try some of this cake.
Yeah. Are they invited?
Come over for now, yes.
So the workers come over, and the gangsters also come over and have a little
So
look.
all who, as you may have known, me and these old sea lovers, we used to be some of the most fearsome pirates, but as you can see, they've changed their ways over the years, and their transformation into more upstanding citizens has truly touched my heart. So I thought I'd, as a peace offering between our old ways and your new ways, bring you this cake. The 2 candles on the top, representing who you are now and who you used to be.
Burning one of them make your new cells burn brighter. Burn the other one will be the end of the old past.
And make another deception check with advantage for me, please.
My point.
Nat 20.
Nat 20!
My God.
Poetic!
I was
Poetic.
really hoping that would work.
And there you go. One of them actually like sheds a tear and goes, Gristle Tongue, that's beautiful. Beautiful.
I'm glad you enjoyed my little speech.
So how do you want to get involved in the business?
Well, I think maybe, do you remember the Bloody Betty?
Yes, I remember it very well. I remember the
Before we
years-
talk business, I'd like to reminisce a little bit.
I'd like to go
Okay.
for a bit of an explosion.
Do you remember where it ended up?
I remember Eagle Eye, yeah, I remember Eagle Eye very well.
So it's still in Eagle Eye.
I think so, yeah, I think the ship's still there.
Do you have any of our old stash of treasure maps, etc. from before?
That all stayed with the ship.
It stayed with the ship, okay. This is at the time! I better be going!
Are you sure you don't want to have any of the cake?
Oh, I had, some worms on the way down, so I'm all good. You enjoy the cake.
We go, oh,
But
okay.
before I leave, I would like to do the honours of lighting it.
I'm guessing you like the longer of the two charges.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you like the demolition
I like
charge.
the end of it like a stick and hold it like.
And they see it starts to go, and they went, and I keep on going, oh, you got those sparkler candles, amazing!
I did indeed. Bon voyage, boys!
You walk out,
Bon voyage.
and I'm guessing you fucking book it after this.
As soon as I've calmly walked past where they can see, I fucking let it.
So yeah, you book it and you make it to about here, and like you guys would probably be awake by now, right?
You feel the ground here in my bedroom.
And yeah, like you feel like a Gristle Tongue. You hear a
Cool, guys,
fire explosions.
Cake.
You hear screaming and chaos devolving around the city.
It's like my first English con gig.
Yeah.
Oh, they must have put too much baking powder in that one.
Why are you lying to yourself?
He's just in on his own line. Just telling like a bystanders no I concept of the cake and everything.
For Gristle Tongue, I think that's going to end your part of the session here.
I don't know how.
Before we finish up for the day, does anyone want to do anything else in reaction to hearing that massive shake?
I don't know why we'd know it was anything to do with it.
You just felt a big shake.
I feel like I'd maybe run downstairs and see if everyone in the pub's okay.
Yeah, so you run downstairs and like you can see that like
What was that shake?
the bar's basically empty, and you see like the doors wide open, and Sylvain and a couple of the staff. Sylvain and a couple of the staff are out
Just like,
outside.
out the front of the door.
Ezrin's there, like holding the door open, and Drooper, the
Burning
orc
silk
bodyguard,
falling out.
is also there as well. And you step outside, and you see Sylvain looking over in the distance, looking very concerned, and you can see just fire.
Are they the Mercane?
Yeah, you can see fire and smoke erupting from an area roughly around where you know that the
And
Ilmarkato's
the
base
camera
of operations
pans from all
is.
behind us.
Yeah, the
and
camera
face the
pans away.
Oh, boys, looks like there's a petition on this lamppost.
Yeah, what about you? Would you have reacted to hearing that big shake?
I mean, I'd check to see it's not anyone coming for me.
Yeah, so you have a quick look around and you see the big pile of smoke and you're like, not me.
Yeah.
And then Tyler Fairvesson.
Would I be used to this sort of stuff happening?
Terrorism.
Well,
I don't
like
think
a rich boy in the dark.
Bane's in.
it's not very normal for there to be big explosions.
I mean, I'm.
Quite literally a terrorist attack. Like
The thing is,
Yeah, cake.
I'm from a fairly posh background. I don't think I've spent like some time in the area doing a bit of doctoring, but nothing like.
so you
So-
think you'd just be weirded out.
I feel like I'd be like, oh, it doesn't seem too out of
So
character for-
you're sitting
for
at
the area.
you're
Bit of a
sitting at
black
your
smoke.
desk like working on one of your notebooks, and you hear
the pause right
and you
again.
go, Oh,
it's
yeah, and you just go,
the ruffians.
you go, fucking Shade Warrens. Anyway.
Maybe not to that extreme, just like, that seems a bit weird, but...
And that's where we'll end.